I'm sure you know this, son, but your guys are muted.
Was it the one over here?
Is that better?
Is it this one?
I'm a dum-dum.
He's 45 minutes into tonight's session. No.
So the problem is, when I set this all up, it did the echo back and forth through the mics. So I assumed I had mic usage. It didn't dawn on me that the camera had to be in there for the mic to work.
Personally, I don't like to be used.
You need to get over it. You're my friend. I'm going to use you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this again. How's everyone doing? Hi. This explains why nobody's been talking to us.
I've talked on and off, but you guys hadn't said anything, so well, maybe they're having their own conversation. I guess I'll wait.
Explains why Dad didn't respond to any of the shade we kept throwing at him for not showing up, not responding after saying that he wasn't sure what he was doing.
And Daniel for the inappropriate comments we made.
Daniel luckily missed me telling him that his sister's a thirsty ass hoe.
Accurate. She has like 8 kids, man.
Yeah. Just because one of them's the size of 5 kids doesn't mean she has 8 kids.
He counts. He counts as 3 kids.
Yes, that was the joke.
It's just a hill time.
All right. So, anyways, since we're already live, because I'm an idiot, last week we left off with you guys having began your long journey to Hobbs Grove and had ran into a caravan of merchants that you bought some things from. Then I believe someone asked for arrows, at which point the leader of the merchant said, yeah, if you wake up that guy right there, here's a rock. At which point you guys then harassed the poor man and terrified the ever-loving shit out of him by screaming in his head in Goblin.
That wasn't me.
So the poor man, terrified for his life, jumped up and took off running. You weren't good last session. That was you fucker. The poor man took off running and was then chased down by the people that were yelling at his head, which terrified him even more, until he eventually finally ate shit and you guys were able to subdue and bring him back and buy your arrows. And I believe we left off shortly thereafter that. With me not remembering who it was, so flicker, flicker, poof, people reappear, people disappear that needed to do. But I don't remember who was poofed and who wasn't. Damn, he was down a lot of people tonight. The Psycho, 3. 4.
Psycho, Max.
The Psychos, Max, and Michael.
Yeah.
So with the page.
But Michael still coming in person, or is he going to be online?
Oh, you have as much information as I do.
It was a maybe. Just
Usually
in
means a no.
general.
Usually that means a no.
Anyways,
Without.
over to you, group of chaotic, crazy people, to abuse more people.
I don't abuse anybody. I just ask them if they have something I can use.
That's fair.
So, how far are we out of Dunmargan?
With this group, probably 5 minutes.
What?
How far have we traveled from Dunmargan?
I'm looking for my notebook.
That was a day, wasn't it?
Half a mile.
It was a day, yeah.
Yeah, it was a day before we found that caravan.
Yeah.
You got my
that's
notebook
true,
out of your
yeah.
backpack?
And we just didn't we just do
Can you grab my notebook out of your backpack, please?
Can
Can you grab my notebook out of your backpack, please?
what are you doing?
He doesn't know.
Goes, I am
Yeah, I think it was a
trying
day.
to get stuck.
I think it was the next day you guys ran into that caravan.
That's Steven's son. He was born on what he's doing.
Is it charging?
Morgan is Morgahn?
Oh, that one.
That's in your bag. It is not spelled how I intended it to be spelled because I'm a dum-dum. It is
That's how he turns it on.
just head of the head.
What happens first?
What's that? You can't watch TV.
DUN space MORGAN.
All right, cool. So you guys finished combat with a dire wolf and a couple wolves.
Thanks.
Is this the morning after that combat?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, we did have a random dire wolf encounter.
Good.
Because somebody decided to go out into the darkness.
Oh, yeah, that.
No. When I went out, I had lights,
Then the light ran away from me,
and then the light ran away.
Stab.
as light tends to do.
Then I was stabbed by my own camera.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna knock that kid upside his head.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, then you pick up the money after that.
So, where's. Yes.
And I'm trying to remember because it was several weeks ago, but the place we're going to, Hobbs Grove,
God,
is how far travel? Like 2 weeks?
bro.
It is final destination for Hobbs Grove is an amount of time away that a good DM would have had ready to go.
3 months. 3 months walk from Dunmergon. Okay.
2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
will-
right.
I will amend my notes.
I must have bad mathed that.
That's what an English teacher says.
No, the wording I have is something like 3 months walk.
Ah.
So 2.5 weeks. I'm gonna say roughly 10 weeks.
All right.
Have you ever tried using random encounter tables for traveling?
I have. It didn't work out well for me. They weren't balanced because you guys tend to blow through anything I throw at you, even if it's supposed to be challenging. It's been my greatest struggle with this game is balancing encounters. The only one I feel like I've ever been successful with was the fire giant one. That is the only encounter I can think of that was ever a challenge and actually not one-sided.
Either them side or our side.
Yeah. It's either you guys get destroyed or you destroy. There's hardly ever a toe-to-toe.
90% of the time, if we get destroyed, is because we are working against each other and not with each other.
Yep, pretty much. But yeah, no, I tried a couple different ones
Yeah, the last encounter was
supposed to help with that. But
No,
Michael's showing up in person.
no.
My dice already have that seat. Too bad.
Sorry, you said my 9.
Michael.
I did.
What? Behind you.
I didn't even notice you started.
I just woke up. I was asleep.
Oh, I love the hat.
Did Rick join us?
I was just thinking of ways to make because we usually spend a lot of time traveling.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
gonna be able to
it's
put it.
just
Hey, Rick, where's Carl?
hard to balance because I give you guys too much shit apparently.
Huh? What? Shit? What shit?
All the shit.
Thanks for telling me your wife was here when I shut the door in her face.
She was still giving Well, holding the baby.
No.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have shut the
He
door in her
assumed it
face
was-
if I'd known
he
if I'd
assumed it
known she
was
was there.
just
I would have
her.
waited like a gentleman. Hi, Jesse. I'm sorry.
Wait, you brought the better half?
Oh,
The
yeah,
prettier
she
half
said.
and more intelligent half?
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you're slow.
Yeah. He was supposed to be here at 9. We discussed this.
I don't know if you're one to comment to you how long to notice he shaved.
Shut up.
I didn't want to comment.
All right. So as I was saying, or as we were discussing, yeah, next morning, you guys around the campfire, get your long rest.
I'm sorry. Mike, you look like you about to cancel Christmas.
It looks like he's on an FBI watch list.
Maybe we should come a little closer this way.
No, that's what I was laughing about. This. He's the only one that's off camera too.
You look like the butler from what's that movie?
My wife complained I looked like somebody in the 80s sitcom shows.
Oh, what's the name of that one movie? It's the musical. It's about sex and shit. It was they're like in a haunted house or something. Who is it?
If your hairline recedes.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes. You
Oh,
look like the butler from that.
Of course he knows
Okay,
what it
Riff
was
Raff.
too.
Riff Raff.
Okay, shall we get started?
I'm sorry, I had to.
That would have been no facial hair.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
So over to you guys. You guys are at your campsite, having woken up the next morning.
I'll start cooking breakfast.
All right, so
I'm
where do
gonna
we
try to help
need
him.
to set off to?
I'm trying to help them.
Okay. Do either of you have cooking tools proficiencies?
I'm proficiencies.
I have
can
an
throw a couple
herbalism
things
kit.
into it.
Or I'm proficient in herbalism kit.
What type of-
Herbalism would be not
Huh?
food.
What?
I'm proficient in herbalism kit.
Oh, did I ask?
Herbalism has nothing to do with cooking.
So
It's not
you
herbs.
answer my question.
It's for healing, not for food.
that's not even for healing. It's for picking herbs to make stuff with. Do you have proficiency in cooking skills?
No.
Okay. Then you guys cobble together a very basic breakfasts.
Which one is your legal say?
You cobble something together with, I'm assuming, trail rations that you have
Trail rations and
and
board.
whatever shit you can find around.
Ew.
I like to call it pre-eaten.
What's everyone doing?
Fast movement is 45.
Huh?
Fast movement is 45.
No,
40. What's fast movement for barbarian?
I don't know what your speed is at that level. I haven't played Barbarian.
Fast movement is an extra 5 or extra 10.
It's based on a table.
Based on a table, there you
Okay,
go.
then I'll figure that out later. Because I can't do that right now.
Is it based on base?
I don't know. It's just on my barbarian table.
And are you a level 5 barbarian?
Yeah.
Yes, you're making level 5
Barbarian.
in the section.
As I'm stirring this pot, I turn to you and I go, I got the 4 basic food groups right here.
Starting at 5th level, your speed increases by 10
Beans,
feet while you're
bacon.
wearing heavy armor.
Beer and lard.
So it'd be 10 feet on top of whatever my
Yeah.
race is.
Yes.
I got it mixed up with monk speed.
I don't know that I've ever played Barbarian, so I don't have their abilities memorized.
Right,
Same.
there's 10 feet.
Yeah.
Fast movement, 10 feet.
Like I said, I haven't played one, so I wasn't sure.
I have.
Recently.
And I really enjoyed him.
What happened? Michael. Hey, stop. You're getting fired at. You got Karen killed.
What?
You like Karen.
Oh, I got
Like,
You got a lot of people killed.
everybody killed.
Not everybody. Sarn and Von made it out.
Those are the only people you didn't kill.
Alright, so what is everyone doing? You guys make
No.
breakfast.
Including yourself.
I start pouring the bowls and start hanging out.
Okay. So you're all served porridge and slop.
Poured with baking grease and bits of bacon.
I walk around and ask anybody if they need any help doing anything.
And Inan will be walking around with a battered like coffee pot, offering coffee, small bits of coffee out to their group, with a giant smile, way too happy for this time of day.
You're one of those.
I'm going to ask you how you made the coffee.
He's a demon killer.
On my own.
A little bit of magic,
Can you explain further?
stretching it, because I'm afraid that I don't have enough to last us until we get to the next big town.
No, I mean,
So-
literally, how did you make the coffee? Show me how
Oh.
you make the coffee.
I can definitely show you tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
This will be a thing, yeah.
So I make sure everyone has a bowl. I start breaking down camp.
So as you guys are eating your breakfast, the Dragonborn starts tearing down camp.
I
Literally.
will help him with whatever he needs assistance with.
Me too.
After I eat my breakfast, I'm going to say my morning prayer to my goddess. Then I'll help break down camp.
Okay. What are you guys doing? You broke down camp?
Well, now that everybody's enjoying themselves, can we go?
I figured that's why we broke down camp was to leave.
One would think, but we're still standing here for some strange reason. I think it's because they're interested in something.
At this point, I take 5 minutes to explain to everybody that we need to make time to go and why we need to make the time to go and how it makes it more efficient for us to get there faster and not less time, standing here staring at the ground or each other.
Hey, look, we have a smart one.
I just look at him like a parent whose child.
And as he's looking at me like that, I say we need less time of that and more time of the feet doing this.
I'm standing by the road waiting for people to go.
I begin to walk.
I follow.
I think there's several of us that are already doing that. Yeah.
I begin to follow.
I don't think any of us are going to sit 5 minutes while you discuss how we're
I know, if
behind
you guys started
schedule.
walking, I started walking and talking.
Have you met this group?
But if there was the one still standing there staring at me, that's the one I stopped and I explained that we need to start walking to.
Have you met this group? Yes, we're going to stand around staring at nothing for 5 minutes. We do.
Fortunately, yes, I have met half this group. The other half, I'm trying to avoid. Shall we get going? Where are we going again?
Hobbs Grove.
Hobbs Grove.
We're going in this direction.
Does anyone currently have a map of what we can expect for the next 2 months walking on this path to Hobbs Grove?
We have permission of Hobbs to go to his grove.
The merchant didn't have said map.
Okay. So we're just kind of heading in that direction. We know this road goes there, though, right?
Yes, we just don't have a map because the merchant only had stuff to sell to, I believe, the dragon that talks to people's heads, and he scared the hell out of one of the other guys, and so it all went south from that point.
Yeah, that was a really smart move. Yeah, you should really not talk to people in their heads and scare the shit out of them.
It's over my mouth and there's no tongue.
That's beside the point. Tell somebody else to speak for you then.
Why when I can keep fine?
Not the people who are.
How about
Because I think seeing a group this large of adventurers, as we are, explorers, academics, whatever, is going to be strange enough for the people of this land that don't like our type. Having us as varied as we are, with the abilities that we have, is going to be scary as well. Your average people aren't going to be able to understand words appearing in their heads. So I fully understand. You are more than capable of conversing more than adequately yourself. But it may be, unless our idea is to throw someone off, it may be a smart idea to try audible communication first.
That could actually be an effective attack too.
Yeah, it could.
What we need to do is find somebody who can teach you how to do sign language.
I know one sign language.
Or we can teach you thieves can't. That's just a bunch of noises and clicks and weird sounds.
No,
Anybody know a thief to teach them?
I thought
And you're allowed to teach them?
Thieves Can't was like you were talking like, hey, it's a beautiful day outside, but it's code for something else.
Wait. Sounds and clicks. How can you make sounds with no tongue?
You're accurate, by the way.
Voice box. Oh, me?
Yeah.
I asked Steven, I was like, wait, isn't Thieves Can't the one where it's like, hey, it's a beautiful day outside. Did you see the cloud though earlier? and it means
Something
go around
else.
this way and go around that way. It's
Too bad that you're not in the game yet, so you shouldn't be talking.
Especially right next to the mic.
we've got so many in this. Wait,
Good luck getting her to shut up. I mean,
Nope.
he should
Hey,
know that
Lainey.
best.
Hey, Lainey, how old are you? I've been trying for that long.
Mental or
87.
physical, mental, or joint? Okay, so I'm assuming we're walking
Nope. No good.
while we're bantering. I hope.
Nope. You all
Yeah.
good.
Did you say no, we stopped?
I said no. You all died.
Oh, died.
Yeah.
So yeah, you stop.
Oh, a red
Especially right.
dragon came out of nowhere.
again,
What's your least favorite color? Gold.
What kinds of roads? What kind of road is this? Like, how large? Is it stone? Is it dirt?
This one's stone. Enough space for two carts to pass each other.
Okay. And how busy has it been? You guys said you came across a caravan yesterday. Did it look like? Go ahead.
As you guys have started traveling already, it's fairly busy. You guys have been traveling about an hour. You've seen 3 different groups pass by.
But we are still a handful of days outside one of the largest cities on the continent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The largest city in the continent.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, at this point, most of it's just been travelers. There hasn't been much merchant or any merchants so far today. It's just been different groups of travelers. Some armed, some not. Is anyone looking forward to doing anything in particular as you travel?
I am doing my best to make sure that nothing's sneaking up on us, and I'm walking on the edge of the rails, away from where everybody else is walking because they look weird.
I'm just paying attention to our surroundings to try to see if anything's
Yes.
gonna be coming.
No, not them. People walking us. I don't trust them.
On the opposite side of that, Anon's going to be greeting everyone happily and talking to them, asking how their travel has been, where they're headed.
You get lots of weird looks at first, as you pointed out, large, very diverse group
Yep.
of people, very well armed. But after you start
Yep.
talking at them, they kind of warm up and they all tell you they're headed to Dunmorgon for varying reasons. Some looking for work, some looking for trade, some just looking for somewhere to start over.
and I'm taking the exact opposite approach of you now. And I'm staying away from the new people walking by.
So that's actually part of what Anon's trying to do on purpose. Is he's trying to draw attention to himself so that the people in the group that don't want that attention have an easier time of it.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at a map of Stormwind
Uh-huh.
or an Eridor, I'm looking for Hobbs Grove. I think I remember you saying that there was a map at the rock, and while we don't have a map on us, I feel like that's something we would have looked at or would have just to see where on the continent Hobbs Grove was.
Top left, Stormwind.
Oh, I was going in a completely different direction. Okay.
You guys are headed west out of Dunmorgon.
Oh, sure enough. I looked right over it. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay,
That's what I'm here.
so we're heading west along the road that goes to Easthorn?
Frosthorn.
Fasthorn. Okay.
Frost. My handwriting is garbage. Actually, I don't know which one you guys have.
I have the typed one. It's just that
yeah.
the road goes right through the bottom of the F.
I
So
will
I thought it
fix
was
that
east.
maybe.
No, you're good. I can see where it says. You're perfect, man. You're good. You're golden. Can I make a knowledge check to know that, to know of any towns, crossroads, or what the next big town would be that we're going to be coming across?
Yeah, do a history.
Okay.
Girls, stop talking in here. For hit,
That sure shit does say fast one. Huh.
for hit points, is it supposed to be?
God damn it, Psycho.
24.
Hit point is supposed to be rolled or do you-
Max rush rolled the rest. 24?
Yeah.
You know that the town, apparently its name is debated, either Frosthorn or Fasthorn. Because this map sure as shit does say Fasthorn.
So, I came from a place that had records that went back pretty far. I do know that Fasthorn was the older name due to the large horned sheep in the area. But Frosthorn, due to weather, may be the new name. And I'll say that to the group as we're kind of just shooting the poop.
Well, I'm assuming that names do change, maybe morphing and twisting and altering because of the way people speak, and kind of like whispering something to somebody, and all of a sudden it comes back to you and it's something completely different than you said.
Well, and if the weather has been bad there more recently in the last 50 or so years, it may have 100 or so years, it may have changed the name. On the way to Hobbs Grove.
I kind of like the idea of fast horns because fast horns right in the way towards kill post, so it's got to be one really fast horn that kills them at the post.
Yeah, I have it as fast one.
Is there
Fast horns. In my notes is fast horns. Psycho helped me make these maps. I sent him a picture of this and he made it for me. But bad handwriting coupled with roads going through it makes it hard to read.
Yep.
Do I know if there's any with the 24? Do I know if there's any smaller towns?
You also had a map making program. What was that?
With the 24, do I know if there's any other small towns between us and Frosthorn?
You've heard of a small, not even really big enough to be a town yet, encampment of merchants that have set up at the cross points on the road from Dunmorgon going west.
Yeah.
To where the road from Fasthorn, Killpost, and Dusk Rock all meet in the center, right before the mountains, or right in the middle of the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have started setting up a little encampment there, and have been there for about a year now.
I forgot that I'm supposed to rub my dice on the baby's head.
So, encampment is the idea of tents and temporary shelters, or have they? Okay.
From what you heard, it was temporary shelters that just stayed.
Yeah.
They liked the business they were getting. They just never moved on.
Yep.
But haven't actually constructed anything yet.
Awesome.
One sec, taking some notes down real quick.
Initiative is what, just Dex?
Yep.
You should get bonuses because you're a barbarian. I think you add your con to it as well.
My initiative?
Oh no, sorry, just your AC. I believe you have unarmored defense.
Yeah. I'm still in the process of writing everything down, just a brilliant points. Thank you.
Yeah.
My career hit dice. So paladin will have a D10.
You don't have a character made for this one yet.
I did.
I don't think you ever showed me one for this one.
Yeah, I rolled the dice.
You rolled them, but I don't think you've ever actually showed me a finished character sheet.
No, I'm finishing it right now.
That just dawned on me right now when you asked about the hit points that you never actually sent me a finished character sheet for this session. I forgot about that.
I
We should-
tried to, but I think it was messing up on my phone.
We should have done that
You used
Thursday.
the whole number there, didn't you?
Sorry. All right, notes run. So yeah, so you know that encampment there. There's small tribes that live in the mountains, but those are mostly deeper. Mostly more west of Fasthorn, not as much, or Frosthorn, not as much in between here and there. The only thing resembling any society or settlement between here and Frosthorn is that crossroads
Okay.
area.
Okay. And I'll also share that with the group as we're walking.
So it's 12 plus the 8, so it's 20 base. And then whatever you roll.
So, like, all of the information that Steven just told Daniel that he knew, he repeated to the group if you heard it. Oh, I know. That's why I was. It was about like the town and all that.
Do I remember if there's any forest on the way
Did
there?
we ask anybody that's been passing by us if they might have a map of the area?
You cut through a little bit of it for a bit, or roll nature. For history, which is better.
Dan just asked you something.
You talking to me or the group, Dan?
Anybody?
Yes, we could buy a map on your way there.
Yeah, I mean, did they? I was gonna say, has anybody asked anybody as they're passing by us if they have a spare map we could use of the area?
Not that anybody has told me.
Well, then I will start asking people for if they have a map or anything that we could use that'll help us in the direction we're going.
Roll a persuasion.
Okie dokie then. That would be a 14.
13 nature.
You know, for a bit you cross in the forest, but you'll probably spend less than a day in the forest, and then it starts getting hills and mountains from there.
I'll lead the way through the forest so we go through it quicker.
So after you guys travel for another couple hours, a single drawn cart with a merchant and 3 guards approach. You stop them, ask them for a map. The merchant kind of pulls one out and looks at you. It's the only one I've got.
If you
How badly do you need it?
How about what?
How badly do you need it?
I don't really need it that bad, but
If we can hold you just a moment, I think I might be able to make a copy.
Why is your friend pointing at his head? Do you need medicine,
I
friend?
don't know.
Our friend here speaks from mind to mind. As you can tell, he is a very unique species among the in these lands, and he speaks from mind to mind. Would you be okay with that?
Would it be racist if I said no?
No.
No.
If we said yes,
You're
we
not
do
there.
allow him to.
You're not there either.
I don't think it would be considered that, but I guarantee you there's no malice aforethought.
Fine.
Speaking in his head, I could just memorize the map.
Your wonder doesn't give you the ability to just memorize maps.
I have a very good memory of it.
I thought that was more for travel and geography.
Map, geography, and college and general training.
I'm sorry, Josie, your booker husband.
He shows you the map and he hands it.
I was going to say, Anon has a map. He was just going to draw in the stuff that was on his map into his map. We'd be done. He already told us he had a map. It just didn't show detail of that area.
He shows it to him, then he hands it to Anon to copy.
Multiple of us having this information does not hurt. And then Anon will sit down really quick. He'll open up his gigantic grimoire. He'll copy down the notes from one map to the other as quickly as possible. Do you want me to make like a calligraphy check or?
Yeah, I was gonna say dexterity or an intelligence check. Probably intelligence for you.
I'll do intelligence. Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, it's easy enough. He does have some extra notes on there that a standard map doesn't. Most notably, where Hobbs Grove is at. It just has across it, stay away.
Oh.
Village, not worth it. Sunshield, fuck them. And Moongulf, broke.
Sunshield, F them. Moon.
Golf.
Did Moon Gold?
Moon
and
Golf.
Golf, okay,
Just
and not worth it?
Broke.
No,
Broke.
Moon Golf.
Okay, Hobbs Grove said not worth it.
Hobbs Grove said stay away from there.
Hobbs Grove was stay away. Village was not worth it.
Okay. As I take these notes and finish up the map, I'll get ready to hand the map back over, and I'll say, I did note that you said that your map says to stay away from Hobbs Grove. Do you have that's actually where we're headed. Do you have any advice or things that we should look out for?
No, I'm just not a fan of goblins myself. Slimy, sneaky little fuckers. Yeah.
Do we know that Hobbs Grove?
We were
Rude.
We were told undead were that the undead was fighting in the Hobbs Grove.
Oh, so those fuckers right then. Goblins live there.
So the Hobbs Grove is a goblin encampment.
Yes. Hence the Hobbs.
Sun Shield.
Well, do you have anything like, I don't know, historical, academic,
What is Moon
scroll
Golf?
worthy?
Just looking for artifacts, or are you looking for something to help you with something?
Like anything that'll help me learn something.
I've got a couple history books.
What you got?
Give me a minute. Frank, don't hurt them. And then he walks to the back of the cart.
Who's he talking to?
One of the three guards. One of the guards kind of looks up and just.
Is he human? What's he look like?
With his, What, Dan?
What race does he look?
Looks to be human, but very large for a human. Possibly with some sort of giant in it. But he looks around, sword still sheathed, just kind of like, okay.
I'm still speaking in mind. Do you happen to have like a cookbook for dummies? How to cook?
I will continue looking through my books for that too.
And
you hear stuff sliding and thudding and
maybe
shifting.
like a small
spell scrolls too if you got them.
History book. Advanced cooking. He comes back after a few minutes holding a small little stack of books. Unfortunately, not a magic user, don't really deal in magic items, so can't help you with spell scrolls, but cooking for dummies. History of. Go back. Thank you. History of Kalimdor. It also gives you a book, The Lost Forest of Osrin.
Lost Forest Osrin?
Yep.
And what was the other one? History of Kalimdor?
Yeah. And then he has another one that he's kind of looking at. I don't know if this is really considered history. It's embellished history, which I guess most history is, and he hands you another book. Trying to think the title, proper name for the title for that one.
Lost Forest of what?
Of Osrin.
The third book he handed you that he was kind of tentative about is called The Triumph of Erebor, Slayer of Maniacs.
Except for
I'm so happy. I'm the only one that won in that campaign.
All you had to do was lose in the process.
Hey, my guy went out like a badass.
When you're on both sides, you win no matter what.
So, how much does he want for these books?
And does he have any more cooking books?
Got a more advanced book. History. Oh, man. History of Calendar was a really good book. Would you do? I'll grab the advanced cooking book as well. Would you guys do 20 gold for all 5 books?
I hand him the 20 gold.
I only wrote down 4 books.
He's grabbing a.
To him.
Yeah, he just asked for another book, so he said he's going to go grab that one right now.
Okay.
It was
He
an
turns-
advanced book.
Yeah, he
Oh,
turns
so-
back to.
As he's walking away, did you happen to have any talk or chalkboard?
Shit, forgot about that. Sorry, you guys were asking for Lottie. Lost it. Chalk. Comes back.
So the
with a
4 you
small
got were
bowl
what? The Cooking for Dummies,
of chalk.
History,
that big.
Lost Forest, and Triumph.
I got Advanced Cooking, Triumph, Lost Forest, and History.
It was the
Basic.
Cooking for Dummies.
Oh, basic.
Cooking for
Okay.
Advanced cooking.
Okay. So he's getting 2 cookbooks.
Yes.
It's like cooking for dummies. It's cooking for simpletons.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else I can interest you guys in?
Oh, Cooking for Goblins.
Oh.
Cooking goblins or cooking for goblins?
I do have a book for cooking goblins if that's what you're into.
No.
Into somewhere you can get some of that.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I misread the room. He kind of takes a step back. Anything else?
Mm,
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and here I'll throw this in too. And he goes back to the back of his cart, comes back with a good-sized sack, and hands it to Anon.
And I'll say, oh, well, thank you very much, sir. I really
And he
appreciate it.
takes his map back as well.
There was what?
I said as he takes his map back as well. But
Aha,
upon inspection, it's a bag of coffee beans.
Oh. Thank you. I was afraid that with our travel ahead, I wouldn't have enough.
I purchased more than I overestimated how much coffee we were going to need on this trip. And if my map is right, we should be almost done with our leg of it.
you can never overestimate how much coffee you need in a day.
Yeah, that's why I bought a lot. I've got like 5 more bags still. But I figure that should last me the week or so left to get done. We're gone.
Famous last words.
Anything to note that I should be worried about on the way back to Dunmergon?
A dwarf screaming.
A screaming dwarf.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a merchant caravan that I guess some of their people were upsetting, would be the best way to put it. Not dangerous, it would seem, but we've also seen, or they mentioned seeing dire wolves about a day ago off the trail. So be careful. I'm glad to see you have some good sturdy guards.
Stay on the trail. Got it. Thank you.
Stay in the light.
Yeah. Only an idiot wouldn't.
Agreed.
And he hops back up on his heart, slaps the reins, and they take off down the road.
Mm.
It's heart. It's heart.
Heart.
I think you said heart. Heart is a tier.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
It's also a rabbit.
Pull those hair.
Be safe.
Thank you. You too. Safe travel. Sorry, you got to go deal with goblins. As he disappears down the road.
So are we dealing with goblins or are we dealing with the undead?
So
the town is made up of goblins. They're the citizens. The undead is attacking the citizens of the town.
I understand. I understand the same. Yep.
Okay.
Wait, are we also?
That's the impression I got from that guy.
What we were playing the other one.
I don't know how
This
you
is not
trust him,
personal.
but you know, he seemed a little biased.
I agree.
As you walk, I'm gonna start reading my book.
It's gonna take some time and a lot of downtime to start getting proficient or to get proficient in it. But-
You know, walk into some things reading your book like that.
Hey, Bildroth.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind, if possible, taking perusing some of those books when you're done with them.
No problem.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna take an extra bowstring and tie it to the ends of the chalkboard and hang it like a necklace.
Nice.
I assume that's what it was for.
For some reason, my brain didn't go to that.
I knew exactly where it was.
I think because you asked for it with
Messages.
cookbooks, my brain didn't go to that.
I knew exactly what he asked it for.
That makes sense. It's just he asked for it with cookbooks, so that's where my brain was at.
Like, what the hell do you need chalkboard for cooking? The menu?
That when I thought like daily menu.
I'm sorry, but
Have a
that's
bog burger.
Daily menu. Nice.
Give it to the survivalist.
Too
The
long at
final-
fucking Denny's. I couldn't think of any other reason why this fucker wanted a chalkboard with his cookbooks.
Mark off.
Today's special. All you're fucking getting, so eat it.
Roadkill
You get
101.
what you get and you don't throw a fit.
So you guys travel for some more time, and you all fall into a pit and die. Towards the end of the day, you can see down the road a little ways what looks like a forest starting to take hold of the land. The edge of a forest. Trees are kind of sparse, but getting more packed, but still kind of edge of forest, so not like clumps.
Thank God, somewhere to hide.
As the sun, where's the sun at right now?
Mid evening, so roll survival.
$20. Dirty 20.
You got probably an hour, maybe two left of sunlight. Two's really pushing it, probably closer to an hour.
I say we camp here and then we go through the forest in the morning.
Agreed.
I trust your expert knowledge in these matters. You know these forests a lot better than we do.
You don't trust him, or you don't know the forest? Or yes.
Yes.
So you guys make your camp.
After we set up camp, I'm going to go into the forest to hunt.
Okay. Again, as we established last campaign, site is quite a bit, so it's probably about a 30-minute walk still to get into the forest to actually be anywhere to be able to hunt.
Okay.
Just so you're aware of the distance.
Yeah.
But it's just, as we established site very well last campaign, you can see the forest coming.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pointing out, not doing a ding like, okay.
No.
So he's gone.
No.
You guys wake up and he's just getting back with dinner.
I'm gonna
You
go.
mean breakfast?
I'm gonna go
About how long?
see if I can find a deer or something.
Survival and stealth. Do you let the group know what you're doing, or do you just wander off?
I let them know I'm gonna go get dinner.
Just get the table like 3 inches this way.
Do you want help?
No, I can move.
We're in
I can move
wrestling,
quicker by myself.
Yeah, but edge of forest
Eat it on the
wrestling.
bar.
Okay, so I can
The-
go
the
out
forest
about
is my
10
home.
feet and set some snares for like things that run around in the
You
grass.
can try to catch some rabbits.
Rabbits. Rabbits.
My goal was to say rabbits. For some reason, it said
Ferrets.
now rats. That's what he wants to eat.
Rabbits, ferrets,
Yeah.
quail. So survival.
Yeah.
I'll just set some snares.
Yeah.
So I have double proficiency while I'm in the. So it's a 15 for survival
What did I go?
A 10.
and a 12 for stealth.
So sorry, my eyes are shot.
Easy with that. It's
Yeah.
easy enough to follow the tracks, and luckily the deer, as you approach it rather, you find tracks, follow the tracks for a bit. As you approach, the deer's asleep in a opening with another deer next to it. A doe and a deer sleep next to each other in the clearing.
So I'm hunting the deer. It's more meat.
Okay.
And then one take away the doe.
Roll trick.
I set 4 traps, one with an 11, one with a 15, one with a 16, and one with a 9. All spaced out so they don't interfere with one another.
Shit. What was the first roll again?
First one was 11. It was 15, 16, and 9.
17 to hit.
That hits. Roll strike.
And he strikes it and it stands up and growls.
That was fun.
What?
That one was a fun one.
What?
They went deer hunting and ran into some Wendigo.
They? Well, I'm gonna.
A Wendigo that was pretending to be a deer, and they got their shit wrecked.
I'm gonna do my second shot too.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. 28.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like Dora.
So 8, 9 damage.
On the first one or total? What was the first name?
9.
Oh. So yeah, you let there go, and before the arrow even reaches you, fire off your second one. The first one pierces right through its hindquarters, out the other, perfectly out the other side, and it starts to drop as the second arrow hits its shoulder, and the limb before it even drops kind of limp as it crumples over. But it was starting to fall that limb crumpled and it just dropped.
While he's gone, I'm gonna hand the Lost Forest of Osran to Non, and then I'm gonna read the history of Talador.
Okay.
Sweet. Thank you.
So it drops and bleeds. The doe freaks out, makes panic deer noises. I want to say squeals, but that doesn't sound right. And bolts.
They kind of honk.
They bleed.
Yeah, bleed. I guess would be the closest.
Yeah.
It bleeds and darts in the direction of the forest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go collect my.
You let it go.
I just need the one.
Roll strength to carry this adult deer home.
You better disembowel it there.
I know. I'm gonna grab my rope and tie it to the leg.
You
Hang it up, split it out.
Survival.
Make sure it's dead.
No, not just that. If you don't disembowel, poison for me.
And while it's
Because
while it's straining, I'm gonna cut it open and start dressing it.
Yeah, he's not that far away.
Will still be survival since it's animal?
Massive medicine.
Okay, so double.
bleed out.
100.
You may have cut it perfectly where it nicks everything that needs to cut and it bleeds onto the floor. It takes less than like 5 minutes for it to completely bleed out as you've hit every spot you needed to.
Okay. How much I can actually carry?
What's your strength?
It's 11.
Okay. No.
Whoa. I just noted this one again.
Okay.
That includes armor, gear, weapons.
Did I hear methamphetamine?
You did.
Okay, I was just making sure.
I said methamphetamines.
While he's gone, I'm praying to my God, asking her to keep an eye on him, a safe watch over him.
If I'm struggling to do it, I'll summon my Drake to carry him back.
What's your Drake?
16.
Yeah. The Drake carries it back.
Yeah.
You'll fix it. Is Drake medium or small?
It is medium right now.
Medium right now?
Actually, let me double check that. I'm pretty sure it's medium.
Just judging for the picture you showed me of it compared to your size, you're gonna have a hard time affixing it to it. So I guess the survival to tie it.
It doesn't have claws. Just grab by the fur and fly.
It can't fly yet. So I think the idea is it's the size of like a pony.
Is it?
Oh, so you just throw it
Yeah.
on.
He can't ride it yet, but it's still the size of like a large war dog. So
Okay, I was going by the picture he showed for it.
Yeah, because it's.
But it was just saying for a fully grown deer. But yeah, you managed to fix it to it well enough. Roll a survival to keep it tied.
He also removed all of the innards, which is a lot of weight.
I know, but it's not the weight that's the issue. It's the
Awkwardness
awkwardness of
inside.
carrying. It's carrying something this large on something smaller.
What am I rolling again?
But it's strapped over it.
Survival to tie it properly.
13.
What Toby?
Hmm?
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
It falls off about 3/4 of the way back. You have to retie it. You manage to get the deer carcass back. So about an hour passes and name comes back. Landor. Thank you. There it is. Landor comes back with a deer in tow.
Okay, my snares.
One of them has gone off with nothing in it.
How rude.
They got one above your fucking roll. And then the other 3 haven't gone off.
Okay. I'm going to reset this one.
Roll it again.
good hunting, Landor.
Thank you. Now to get ready for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I'm going to catch more because we'll be quieter. I'm looking for breakfast.
Once I get to the fire, I'm gonna start skinning it and prepping it.
Roll just wisdom. Because it's getting into cookie territory, which you don't have enough training with.
Yeah.
For any real.
Skin it. Try to get the hide. They're worth money.
You prepare what you think is a good meal of deer.
Oh Lord. It's going to be charred on one side and raw on the other, isn't it?
I mean, I eat it raw, so it's pretty good. So.
So dinner is served. It is a feast of deer that still has tufts of fur in it. Parts of it are undercooked.
Didn't skin it.
I can mix it up.
This is great.
Enjoy your food.
I asked if you want me to help you cook that.
It's edible, but it's far from delicious.
I thought you were supposed to cook this.
I did.
Good thing I'm a healer.
Good job, Dick.
Remove sickness.
Every time before Landor passes out food, Morty's just going to go through and cure poison on all of it.
Yeah, I'm really not trusting him right now.
If it looks like he's doing a really shitty job, I'm going to do the cooking over his shoulder while showing him and explaining what he's doing wrong.
Okay, so you guys prepare a more appropriate deer. Roll a wisdom.
I have
save.
cooking.
You have cooking, so wisdom at proficiency.
18.
Sounds like you need to buy books. You should just talk to your teammate.
21.
Yeah. So between the two of you, you managed to make a much better deer, perfectly cooked, seasoned as well as you can with what you have. You even managed to salvage some of what he had already cooked.
And when we get done, I ask him again, I reiterate, does he understand what we did wrong here? Do you need me to write down notes? Do you need me to explain it further? Or are we okay?
I will accept notes.
I write down the notes of everything I told him. I hand it to him.
I stuck them into the book.
You now have very detailed recipe on cooking charred. No, you've got a very detailed recipe on charred deer meat. Because again, it's over a campfire. It's not a luxurious meal, luxury meal.
Luxurious.
Thank you.
What? No deer a la orange?
No, you didn't have any orange.
We need a Dutch oven for that.
I got you. Look at my blanket. Oh. So what's everyone else doing?
I'm going back to my book now that the deer's edible.
Soft playing my lute.
What time is it? In game.
It's late. Sun's gone down. Sun's been down for probably 10, 20. Well, by the time dinner's done and served, sun's probably been down for a couple hours now. After the second dinner was made and served and eaten.
Go get once I make sure everyone eats. I'm gonna go to bed.
How many are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna cast Leoman's Hut as I'm playing.
Okay. So he plays for about 10 minutes and a hut appears, or a dome.
A dome just appears around. So, all right. We are.
You have that as a bard?
No?
Didn't know that was a bard
Yeah,
spell.
I was surprised too when I saw it. I was like, cool.
I didn't know that was a bard spell.
I believe so. Let me double check.
Do better, Toby. Be a better bard.
I know, right?
Toby's a bard?
Not in this game.
In another game.
I was gonna say, I thought he was a barbarian.
I'm a barbarian.
Leoman's Tiny Hut.
Yeah.
Cool. Didn't know I got that.
No.
Level.
I'm a bard in
Bearless.
Where are
game
you?
last night.
Bard.
Bard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Who
In the
is
Friday game.
Who's
At
multitasking?
Tony's.
Oh, Friday. game.
God, damn.
What the hell?
Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah, I get 2 third level spells.
Where's Halfling?
Yeah, I don't have that spell, so.
That's okay. I got it covered. It's what I'm here for. I'm here for support and protection.
there's a table of contents.
Well, I'm going to need a little bit better support from you then.
As long as you don't undermine what I'm trying to do.
What is it? An invisible dome? Is it a?
It's kind of like an opaque dome that you can kind of see a little bit. You can see through it, so they can see us. They just can't go through it because it's just like this
What is
protection
she trying to-
sphere. You can exit and
What
come
is she
back
trying to
through it.
Okay.
They can't come in.
What's your
But it's not like a glowing dome.
No, it's not.
What's she trying to
I don't believe it's a glowing dome. Let me look up the spell description again.
Hold on, Josh.
You're making me read without my glasses, sir.
What was it
Sorry. I think Layman's Hut.
called? Oh, Tiny Hut?
Yeah.
Maybe? Maybe? No? Maybe check next to the phone.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he can control the transparency on it. It's not glowing.
Layman's Hut, you hide. No,
Stupid.
no, that's secret
Okay,
chest.
thank you.
Layman's Tiny
I
Hut.
think these are
A 10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration. The spell ends if you leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if his area includes a larger creature of or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome when you cast the spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or it be passed through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. So it's like an opaque dome. So I can make it like a dark gray opaque dome that they can't really see through like a fog.
So the reason I'd asked was because I had thought I'd seen something or players of mine had done it where we were in a swamp and they matched it to the mud color. And
Yeah.
that's why I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually match it to the actual like dark. Well, it's all. It can only be one color, so I would match it to like the grass that we're in.
Yep.
So like an opaque,
You'd
like
probably be better off matching it to like the darkness because if
darkness,
it's
yeah.
grass, there's just a random blob of grass in the middle of the space.
yeah, no.
Random,
Well, I was thinking about like yellowish grass
A
because this
random
is tall grass, not like
random
low grass, right?
circular
Well,
field.
it's getting close to the forest, it's starting to sparse out of it.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, I would just make it kind of like a dark grayish because then it kind of blends in. You can't make it black because that would stand out.
Yeah.
But a dark gray, almost black, would blend in with the area a little bit better. But again, it's opaque, which doesn't mean like it's a solid color.
Yeah.
It's kind of like foggy.
And it would still be they'd still be able to see like the crackling fire and stuff like that.
No, they would see
No?
shadow.
You carry.
Because it's
Oh,
opaque.
okay.
I'm gonna get you a number for
I want to get some new ones made for you guys. That's just expensive.
So it almost looked like there was a witch's black flame in there.
Mm. I figured light sources would still show on the globe as if it were
Because
fogged glass.
yeah, because it's opaque though.
the one where you guys are dragging. The one where you guys might.
It's kind of like
my
if you think about an opaque marble that you put a light in it. If it's opaque, it may put out like a shadow of what the light can see, but it wouldn't be as bright.
Yeah, I joined.
And so if you got firelight, if you got firelight, that fire really is not that bright. Not really, not compared to like torch lights and things like that.
Right.
The firelight does not burn as bright as a oil-soaked torch.
Right.
Do you still get what elf has? Or
Yeah, it's just.
But I think it's like the difference between like the
Like
orange
order bonuses
flame versus
and
the yellow flame.
Yeah.
Mhm.
plus 2 and wisdom plus 1.
Unless, of course, we're building a bonfire in there, then there's a problem.
Well, I mean, it has been done.
Well, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying that would be a problem.
Or you could do 1-1-1. That's up to you.
No. I was gonna say you do 1-1-1 or 2-1.
And it doesn't end until I exit the dome. So as long as I don't exit the dome, we're good. And the
8
thing
hours.
is, I'm not the greatest of hunters.
8 hours.
Oh yeah, 8 hours. Also, yeah, that's right. And 8 hours.
Excuse me.
Not exit and 8 hours. That would be broken.
Correct. Sorry, 4.
It matters because if it was 8 hours and when he exits, he could come and go as he wanted in those 8 hours. If it's or the second he leaves, it's gone.
Yeah.
So it's 8 hours
I have to
or
stay
he
close.
stays. That is for that. That is one of those ones where that does matter to specify that it's or not and.
I should have done this the first night, but again, brain fart and brain foggy. Wasn't thinking clear.
I don't know how many weeks in a row I'm gonna let you use that excuse.
I was sick last week.
That was the game.
Oh, wait, no,
before
that was a week before that.
Yeah, because that was your excuse for the previous game.
Last week, yeah, no, my hand was not in the right space, but yeah, I have no excuse for that other than just it wasn't.
I'm giving you shit. You would do the same if the
I
wolf.
have enough shit of my own. Thank you very much. It lives on the other side
I'm
of
sure
me.
you don't want some more.
No.
All right. Who's taking watches, or is anyone taking watches? Or are you guys just taking the dome and sleeping?
Taking those.
Right next to it.
Don't sleep. Well, do my
Anyone else comfortable enough with the dome and just gonna sleep?
I'm gonna take first watch.
I still say watching because we want to make sure
Yeah,
that
it's
nothing's
people-
waiting and
You can talk out of character, Toby.
Huh?
You don't have to just be quiet the entire game because you're playing a mute. They don't see you doing this.
It wasn't.
You did. When I asked, you
I
went.
was gonna-
You didn't.
I think I
Okay.
saw myself on the.
He's a mute.
To be fair,
I didn't know that either.
I
He is
rarely
not a
speak.
mute.
He's
just
not a
doesn't like
mute.
to
He just
speak.
doesn't talk a lot, which
He
he
grunts a lot.
which he is interpreted to be a mute.
This one right here is our the best companion you can have. He doesn't yell when there's enemies nearby.
Like trolls bearing down on your
For
position.
my
Yeah, that'd be nice if he yelled.
He heard you, he smirked.
I see. I'm glaring at him. I see him smirking.
So I think Modian said first watch.
Boy called first watch first. So if that matters to anybody,
Oh,
No.
Milo.
So Milo
Milo.
is taking first watch. Is that okay, Modian?
That's
I
fine.
I will take last watch.
How many people are
Milo.
Okay, that's 3.
Eight. I have a +4, and I got 8.
No, that was your final
Toby,
number?
Toby, go grab your charger real quick.
Go, 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 go.
Gonna die!
Your laptop.
So jealous.
It's dying. It's dying.
What?
It's dying.
You're dying.
Okay, I'm so
Somebody
jealous.
give it life support. Go tell give them
Rubber cables.
Give that thing life support before you become a murderer.
I'm stealing that. No.
Or my Wi-Fi router.
I'm gonna steal it.
You leave my Wi-Fi
I
router
want
alone.
it.
You
Gosh,
leave
it's
my
been nice knowing you. You're going for a swim out in the backyard.
you leave my fucking Wi-Fi router
I
alone.
want it.
You
There's
can't have
one
it.
inch for
The giant Wi-Fi router.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah,
Yep.
You already know what it is, Mike.
I
I
want
know,
it.
but it looks like a Wi-Fi router.
I wanted to play God of War.
Oh, so pretty.
And
That's the one that
Horizon
came with
Zero.
ours.
I've been playing God of War.
I wanna play
It's a
Horizon-
digital.
Horizon Forbidden West.
I want Horizon 2.
And then Harry Potter Legacy.
The first Horizon was much better than the new one. I want that. I want Harry Potter. I want some video games, but I'm so broke. Well, I was so broke. I'm buying video games tonight. What?
What do you say?
I said I'm so broke. I was so broke. I'm buying video games tonight.
Ha. A lot of other crap we have to buy first, babe.
Huh?
There's a lot of other crap we gotta buy first.
Hey, yeah. All right. So you wake up Modian for watch.
Yes.
All right, Modian, you get woken up by the mute for your watch, and he goes to sleep. You're playing it as a mute. Don't glare at me because I'm calling you a mute. You've heard it out once,
I know.
so don't glare at me for calling you a mute. You are playing it as a mute.
Hey. I like him playing the way he is.
That's fine. I called him a mute, and he glared at me. Is why I'm saying that.
I kind of.
The only reason I am.
Bedroom.
There is a light that way.
I kind of think of him as that big.
I am playing. The only reason I'm playing it as a mute is because it's either I talk all the time or I don't talk.
That's not how that works.
That's how he works.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to call you a mute because you're being a mute.
Okay.
You took away the idea.
Because you're dumb. You don't need one. Use it more often and let it stay on. Modian, perception.
21. Oops.
So you get woken up by the not mute, and begin your watch, and you start with, a pass around the dome, and you realize in the darkness, just outside of the dome, there is a cloaked, hooded figure, about 3-4 foot tall, walking around the dome. Like, as you look at him, he's about halfway, still in the process of circling the dome still.
How far away from the dome?
Huh?
How far away from the? Hang on, listen.
He's about 10 feet away from. He's about 10 feet away from the dome.
Okay. And whereabouts along the dome is he right now? He stopped, son.
South.
Okay.
Of this guy.
We can hear you and say hi, buddy. How's it going?
He says hi. They say hi.
Hey, Grayson.
Then he says hi. Who says
Yeah,
hi?
hi Mill, hi Toby, hi Lainey. I miss you, Toby. You too, Lainey, and you too, Mill.
What the hell?
He sounds like Doc. Go play.
By far, my favorite die that I own.
You rolled an E. Oh, goodness.
By far, my favorite fucking die.
For MP.
Oh, that's neat.
I fucking love this thing.
That's very nice. I'm gonna go over to the
This-
hut and open up the door, whatever. And who's the one closest to the door?
This
There's
is
not a
mine.
door. You're in a dome. Under the dome, Dad. You're in a
Right.
dome. There's no
So-
door.
So you can go in and out from any side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Literally,
Well, when I walk to the closest side, and who's the nearest person to me in the dome?
Uh,
In shoot balance.
Don't look at me. I can't exit.
Take your pick of anyone other than Mike. Like I said, it's not a like room or anything. It's a small, like 10-foot dome.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, the first person I reach out and grab, other than Mike,
Yes, I have mine.
1, 2, 3.
only
4.
give me somebody.
One sec.
I'm in a trance, so I'm aware of what's going on. I asked him what he's doing.
That works because it landed on Beldroth anyways.
There you go.
There's someone out here in the walking around our dome. I can't tell who it is yet.
Okay, well, I get up. Am I able to come and go through this dome?
Yes.
I walk outside the dome and I ask the man what he's doing.
He looks at you and kind of squeals in a very high-pitched voice. I don't want any trouble. I was just weird and investigating. And he starts to run north.
Whoa, don't run. That's a sign of hostility. If you run, there's going to be a problem.
I'll have to chase you and kill you.
Run.
Does he run?
How do you want to she gets one, Toby doesn't?
Oh, no, he got one. She's getting away.
Don't do anything stupid.
Roll intimidation or persuasion, up to you.
Okay,
That's
I'll
what I'll
persuade.
say.
I'm not trying to intimidate. 15. 16.
Yeah, he stops in his tracks and hands go up.
Okay, now I walk over to him. I'm assuming he's facing away from me.
Yeah.
Okay, I walk around to the front of him, facing him and the dome, and ask him, what is he investigating and who's he investigating for?
Weird thing in the dark? Myself?
So you're out here all by yourself?
Yeah.
Fishy.
Alice, just put them
Are
all
you
in one-
selling things? Are you going somewhere? Where are you headed?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Sorry, I can't. Hold on.
It's fine. Just put them in the fridge.
Too many conversations.
Sorry.
What, Dan?
I ask him if he's selling stuff. Is he heading somewhere? What's his final destination?
Don't have destination? Don't have things to sell? Living?
He sounds kind of childlike. Is he? Well, what does he look like?
Small? You said, are you in front of him at this point, or?
Yeah, I'm standing right in front of him.
Roll a perception, because he's got his hood pulled down as far as he can pull the hood.
Perception.
And I'm standing back near the hut, but keeping an eye on him so I can give him help if needed.
3, so I got a 13. How tall is he to begin with?
4 foot.
So he's a halfling size, a dwarf size.
You see green skin. He looks rather thin.
Oh no. I'll ask him, are you a goblin?
Not completely.
Wait. All right, now you got my interest. What do you mean not completely?
A lot of questions. Can I go now?
No. You're gonna have to answer that one for sure.
So no, I've already got an answer for it. It's just he's trying to get out of this. I've already got the answer. I've had the answer since he walked out. I was expecting Toby to be dealing with this, but Toby can't fucking see apparently. Can't talk and can't see. What use are you?
That's what I'm gonna say.
He looks at you. So there's like when you're everything, you're it. When you're not any of it, you're not. And when you're some of both, you're not completely it.
Yeah, 'cause that makes sense. Next.
So like half.
Ish.
Yeah, this is fishy. Where'd you come from?
You have fish?
Yeah, we got fish. Where you come from?
You have fish? Where did I come from today, or where did I come from when I left from where I went?
Yeah. Where did you wander from to get to the strange object in the dark?
I wandered from that direction, and he points North.
North. Great.
Oh,
Is that the direction we're going?
no, you guys are headed west.
Good. Oh God.
Can I have fish now?
I don't have it on me.
Where is it?
I don't know.
You said you had fish.
Yeah, I'm assuming that one of them has fish.
Is it in the dome? And he runs over to the dome and just.
Great. I have deer.
Can I have some deer?
Okay, when the dome, I come back out with some deer and hand it to him.
Pressed against the dome. He turns around and eats it and looks up, and you see a very deformed-looking face of humanoid features, but green, large nose,
Oh God.
broken-looking jaw.
He's like one of those blue guys that was all deformed and turned into something with the wizards did something bad to him.
And he scarfs down the deer meat.
He does what?
He scarfs down the deer meat that you give him.
He's apparently really hungry.
Like, almost in a bite, just.
Who else was awake?
Me.
Modian.
Can you tell if something's evil or not?
Yeah, a second.
I mean, I don't think that he's smart enough to be evil.
I don't know if you need to have intelligence to.
And that's the second thing I'm thinking. I don't know if he's smart enough not to be evil.
Terrifying gray area.
No, I do not have.
Oh God.
Can I have more deer meat?
Therefore, we assume evil.
Yeah, sure. I go back in the dome.
Go prove another way.
I'm
Come back
taking.
out and hand him some more.
I'm taking the fact that maybe he's up to no good, just because that's who I am.
I'm gonna have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
No.
So I tell him if he's ready to go, he can go on his way.
You're not going to kill me?
Why would I do that? You did nothing to me.
Because people usually kill me.
Were you,
Well,
were
I'm
you,
going to assume if people usually kill you, you'd be dead.
Please.
where you headed?
I don't know. Where are you headed? Can I go there?
Okay.
Oh shit.
Before you met us, where were you headed?
South. That's why I came from the north.
What were you doing headed to the south? What is your end purpose?
I don't have one.
You may
I
be
would
worth
take that away home. Because I am a monster.
I want to examine him and see how he appears to be as far as health wise.
Medicine.
Yeah. A 17.
Not great. Starved, malnourished, bloodied.
Look here, can I tell what he is? As I'm examining him. What's that?
A halfling goblin.
A halfling goblin. So he's half goblin.
Half goblin, half halfling.
And he looks
Quarterling.
He looks like somebody like morphed the two creatures together.
He looks like a half halfling and goblin.
Roll in
combined.
nature, both of you.
Nature?
Yeah.
Well, I have that one.
That's what I don't have. 16.
Ooh, 20.
Oh, very nice.
So you both know not every race is compatible.
Right.
Especially the monster races don't tend to be compatible with the more civilized races. What you're looking at seems to be an attempt at mixing a halfling and a goblin
Through breeding or through magic?
through breeding.
Okay. Just what you said, that was one got me wondering.
You don't get much sense of any arcane trickery here.
Yeah, I don't think that he's really a threat to anything.
I don't either.
I think more like the world's more of a threat to him.
When I did my health,
anything
is
useful?
is he actually injured, or is it just neglect, or
It's injuries and neglect. What was that, Feldroth?
I asked him if he can do anything useful.
I'm sneaky, and
I said useful.
what do you consider useful?
You can do a task that not many people can do.
Not everybody's sneaky. I'm really good at seeing people, unlike your friend that I he can't see inside the dome.
Why is there always a person who can't see people?
I struck that he would have said that in front. He can't see inside of the dome. I'm really good at spotting people. I'm a really good hunter.
while he's talking, I want to cast Healing Word on him.
Okay.
God damn it.
Do you know anything about Hobbs Grove?
Yeah, they're mean. They kicked me out.
Do you know how to get around the village there?
Yeah. I lived there for a little bit until they found me.
What do you mean until they found you?
Trying to think, sorry. Dad kept me home for a while. He said that if I left, they would try to kill me again. And they did. Those bastards. But then they kicked me out and they beat me up and kicked me again.
I forget if that's right. If I rolled a 22, if I had to roll for that. And he healed 7, 8, 9, 10 points.
Oh, holy shit, that feels good. I like that.
So
that's even better than a warm meal in my belly. Thank you.
Yes.
So if we say you can walk with us, can you show us a way to get into this city without being killed entering the city?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're useful.
I'm assuming you mean not through the gates.
Exactly.
Like you want a tunnel that goes like into one of the mountains and into the village.
Yeah.
I can do that.
I think he's useful.
Sounds like it.
Okay, we're going to allow you to live and travel with us on a trial basis here.
Okay. Thank you. I hope I don't get killed again, because that sucks. And he lays down against the dome.
Oh my god.
No, I caught it, but I'm not awake, so.
He just lays down against the dome and goes to sleep.
I'm wondering if I should question that or not. Is what I've been wondering. I'm afraid to.
Question what?
The fact that he's referring to the fact that he's been killed. I mean, you questioned earlier, but he made another reference that he.
Well, I mean, he's obviously intelligent. Most undead are not, unless they're vampires or something. But
well, and just in case, Steve, if he's undead, my spell wouldn't have worked on him.
Yeah,
no, you would have killed him.
Just to throw that out there real quick.
Yeah, you would have killed him.
Yeah, that means just something.
What it says has no effect on undead or constructs.
Oh, it doesn't do damage to them anymore. That's right. Totally.
Yeah.
About that.
Maybe something
Because
else.
of my rule, usually.
Just doesn't affect them.
It's like I think it was second edition that did that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It does in my roll, Beldroth, because I like that.
Okay. So you did heal him with the healing.
Appear to, yes.
And he may have been brought back to life by some other magical means then.
As we're talking, I'm still keeping an eye on him.
Well,
As you guys are talking, because
I figure once everybody's awake, somebody's always going to have an eye on him because we
did
just
you guys go in the dome to talk, or are you guys still talking outside the dome?
I never walked back in the dome. I was still talking to him outside the dome.
As you guys are talking and have stopped paying attention to him, he stood up and is again face into the dome, just trying to look into it.
Well, I've been watching the entire time.
Yeah, he's not trying to break anything. He's just kid against a glass wall. Just
Yeah, I think we're kind of like doing that thing where you talk about somebody when they're standing right next to you.
he's being polite and pretending to not notice.
I just don't think he's smart enough to realize we are.
Or is he acting like he's not smart enough?
Whose watch are we on?
Mine.
You were
Second
last.
watch.
Second
Yes,
one. All right, well. I say when you relieve the next person, you just inform them that
Yeah.
we have a new guide.
Did you see what his name was?
Nobody has.
What's that?
He did not.
He did not, because nobody has.
Well, I didn't approach him until later on, so I wasn't sure we got there or not. So before he goes, is he still staring at the dome?
Yeah, he still looks like he's trying to look into it.
I'm keeping my distance from him. I'm like, excuse me, what was your name? Careful, me go over and pull his head away from the dome.
He has a very huge, closest to a grin that he can muster through his fucked up jaw.
What was your name?
Jen Bloodadoo.
Oh my god.
Okay,
You
I'm
can
going to
call
call you
me-
Jen.
Huh?
I'm going to call you Jen.
You can call me Jim.
Lay down. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm half deaf. Is that with an N or an M?
M. Jim.
Is it
Jim.
Michael? Okay.
M as in Mary.
Yeah, like James, you know, Jim.
Okay. Why don't you lay down and get some rest, Jim?
Okay, good night. I'm not going to die, right? Like, out here in the cold.
I would hope not.
Okay.
I hope not.
And he pulls out a small dagger from his pocket, or not pocket, but like from under his cloak. Holds it like that, and then just lays down on the ground against the dome.
Okay.
I'm going to take the dagger away from him if I can.
Well, if we leave him outside the dome, he does need something to protect himself just in case.
Yeah, but
Or
I don't-
he kind of scrambles away. Do you have to take my protection?
I mean, it's a dagger. What's he gonna? He ain't gonna kill one of us with it.
No. And he looks at the dome and starts stabbing the dome, and it doesn't go through it.
no, I'm just afraid of him sleeping with the dagger in his hands like he's going to hurt himself is what I was afraid of.
Hey,
That was my thought.
I am a supreme believer is we don't put warning labels on anything.
Is that Dan talking or Beldroth?
Beldroth.
It may look homey. I'm just going to walk away at that point. Go back to the dome and keep watching until my shift's over. And who was the third shift?
Me.
Was that Michael saying me? Okay. A voice from the heavens, me. So let me know when my shift's over, Steve.
Yeah, after all of this has happened, it's been about the length of your shift, so it's
Okay. I'm going to wake up Michael's character.
Mike, not Michael.
I don't have a character there yet.
You wake
Well,
up Mike, the angry
Mike.
little halfling thing.
Wake up Mike. So we encountered a half halfling, half goblin creature in the middle of the night. He seems relatively friendly, non-dangerous. Can't think of what I'm looking for, but he's sleeping against the dome. I healed him up a little bit. He seems like he's had some troubles being what he is. Beldroth told him that he could ride with us, at least temporarily, see how it works out. He supposedly knows a way into the village we're headed to, Hobbs Grove.
And we're going to trust him to lead us there?
Again, that was a decision that Beldroth made. I mean, I don't know if I like that decision, but I don't know him. But until we get there, we let him travel with us for a while and see how he does. Like I say, he doesn't appear to be the brightest anything.
Oh, great. Great addition to this group.
There he fits right in. But just to give you a heads up, he's laying outside. He's got his dagger on him to protect himself.
It's a dagger. What can you do with that?
So you never know. But anyways, I just want to give you a heads up. That's what's going on.
Okay. Well,
And then I'm going to turn in.
I didn't know you were a druid.
What's that?
I said I didn't know you were a druid.
if only I could sit there and make the dome spin.
I'm going okay, I'm going to go to sleep. How's that?
That's better. Perception.
Yes. That would be a natural 20 plus perception. Classes. Perception. 3 plus 3. Oh, wait, no, that's one of my special ones. So it's a double 3, so that's 9. Oh, wait, no, yeah, 9. No, that's persuasion. Never mind. 3. 23.
That was
Sorry.
20?
Yeah.
She just had a more fun.
Not anymore.
That's not 8.
That's a 9.
Yeah, you
That's not 8.
see well enough. Doesn't look like there's any emotion other than after about an hour. First you initial look around as you wake up, you see the goblin creature that they were talking about curl up in a ball, resting as close to the dome as he can get. After about 45 minutes pass, he moves and wakes up and looks around and just starts digging. And after about 30 minutes of digging, he plops into the hole he made and scoops dirt on top of himself.
Okay.
Well then.
And the rest of your shift goes off without an issue.
How are you gonna address that? Good luck with that, because they just told you you're gonna follow him.
He buried himself in a grave.
We met a goblin. We're gonna follow him. Okay. Now I gotta explain.
Buried
he
himself
himself
in the ground.
alive or dead.
Alive.
I don't think he can bury himself if he's dead, dipshit.
He's
No,
gonna
no,
die
no,
if
no.
he stays under
He-
the ground
Buried himself underground willingly
in order to
How big
die.
is his nose?
no passageway for air.
Just his nose uncovered.
There's
comes-
no nose or anything exposed.
As you
into
get
the
closer and kind of inspect it, you see a little hole about that big in the dirt.
air. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
And you do see a steady, with your perception only, you see a very slight raise and fall in the dirt it's alarming that it's so far in between, but it's like every 10 or so seconds you see just of it just kind of slowly rising and falling.
Okay. So I'm going to mentally take a snapshot of that location, make sure nobody steps on it.
As you look, it's easily noticed. It's fresh dirt.
Yeah.
And a bit of a mound because displacement.
Yeah, but not very many people look down in the campgrounds that you're actually camping.
No, what I'm saying is the mental note. It's easier for
Yeah.
you to see because you knew where it was. Is what I'm saying.
Just continue to watch and keep an eye out and make sure nothing shitty happens.
As your watch comes to close, the sun begins to come up.
Ooh, time to learn how to make coffee.
That time
I
to
have
learn
a
how to make
question
coffee.
on skill proficiencies. If they double up or if I can't use the one that's there, do I just pick another one or do I have to take this out?
Because what do you mean you can't use one that's there?
Okay, so like earlier I
Yeah,
had
that's why we saw it.
the thing that said like choose any two. I chose perception and survival. Then later it's like, oh, get perception for this, and I was like, okay, I think I'm supposed to just choose a different one. But
Yeah.
then this one gave me one of the ones I chose.
Then you pick from one of the your lists aren't going to perfectly overlap. So whichever list is restricted to just the two, the list that gives you multiple options, take a different one from that list. So if your background gives you stealth and perception, and your class gives you athletics, stealth, and perception, and survival, you take athletics and survival and stealth and perception.
No,
That's what I was saying is like here.
typically no.
Your class
So
gives you
between-
skills and your background gives you skills.
Okay, so I'm saying is let's say between all of my stuff it gives me 4 skills,
Yes.
but 2 of those overlap. Does that mean I just have?
You pick different ones because your class gives you like 4 to 6 skills that you can pick 2 of.
It doesn't
Your
give
back-
you all of them.
Your
Yeah,
background
It
gives
gives
you.
you yeah.
So take the 2 from your background, then go back to your class and pick 2 from that list that don't include the 2 from your background.
That way you can have 4.
Yes.
I usually pick from the class last.
Yeah.
Sometimes a race will give you one. And sometimes a feat will give you one if you take a feat.
That's what I was
But
and then using
Yeah.
history.
No, I
So I
agree.
can't just pick whatever from
No.
history. I have to take history and then.
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. I will go back through, which I'm gonna need that other book again.
You know what would be really, really broken? Have a background ability, and it's also one of your classes, and you automatically pick it, so you get the thieves ability and the bard's ability of having double proficiency.
Yeah, that would be broken. So that's why you can't do it. All right,
Yeah.
so morning comes, you all start to wake up. Toby. So, see what Josh is doing.
I'm waiting for a nod.
Yep, and Anon wakes up with the sun, happy, and will snack on some deer meat as he walks over to Bildroth, who's already awake because he doesn't sleep. Because he's not only is he an elf, he's a weird one of those elves. He goes, "Come on," and then he'll happily show Bildroth the process of making coffee, how he learned at school, with what looks like fifth hand. Very well-worn tools. These are tools that a thrift store bought from like an 80-year-old who used it every day. But he's happy and he makes coffee in a beat-up pot for everybody, and then he has you do the same.
All right, I take complete notes as he's explaining every single detail to me. To make sure that I can remember this.
As everyone wakes up, with the exception of Modian, Beldroth, and that fucker, Amon, the rest of you notice actually, I forgot. The rest of you notice that too. Everyone notices a fresh mound of dirt seems to have been dug up and displaced overnight. As directly against the dome is a pile of dirt.
Can I go look at it?
Yeah.
When you guys go get
Hey, go leave that dirt pile alone.
Did you bury something?
No, he buried itself.
There's a half goblin sleeping there.
A what?
Speak to Beldroth. He knows who this guy is, apparently.
You were waiting for me to teach you coffee and you didn't mention there's somebody buried 2 feet from us?
It seemed a little more important to learn something new than to explain something old.
Beldroth, the officer wasn't buried last time you saw him. I know you were up on it.
I assume that because it wasn't very smart, that it does whatever it feels like doing at this point.
I also forgot you were up all night, so you would have seen it bury itself, him bury himself as well. What?
Back to the dirt, try and see what it is.
Yeah, it's a pile of dirt, freshly dug, with a half an inch hole or about an inch hole in it that goes down.
Sorry, I thought the coffee was more important.
No, I understand the pursuit of knowledge. I absolutely follow that. But there are some things that might push that priority out a little bit for other people. And additional strange creatures are one of those things for many people. Just to let you know.
Well, we classified him as harmless because he's kind of, yeah.
Make sure the sunlight touches that thing.
I can tell you right now. Give me a second.
Pull him out of the dirt.
You poke at the dirt. It shifts a bit.
I didn't say poke the dirt. I said pull him out of the dirt.
I don't want to look at that. It's actually it's the keys.
Rude.
Are they all just huddled around the dirt?
Just the mutes.
Yeah, and you and I are handing out coffee.
Okay. I'm like,
I have some my
the mute's just poking at the pile of dirt.
Okay, well, I am going to knock dirt off the pile and look for its head and ask if it wants coffee.
You dig down about a foot and you find a sleeping, snoring goblin thing.
Okay, pull it out of the hole.
Coffee? You have coffee?
Coffee.
Does it dust off the dirt from itself? I got cold. I'm sorry. What? Coffee?
Hand him a cup of coffee.
He takes it and gone.
I'm gonna peer at it at a distance to see if it seems to be getting weaker in the sunlight.
Roll medicine or perception. It downs the coffee in one gulp and then screams as it burns the fuck out of its throat.
Lovely.
Zishlash. Drink it slow.
But it's all gone.
Did he seem to enjoy burning the crap out of himself?
No, it looked like he instantly
Okay.
regretted it. Was just very thirsty.
I'm
You
gonna
said
go
12?
give him some nails to help wash it down.
Do I do this slow or fast?
I feel it first. I was thinking in his mind while I'm doing it.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to phase him. He sips on it and thirsty.
Since even a crackhead, more crack is a good idea.
It doesn't seem like he's getting any weaker. It seems like he's getting healthier as he's getting drinks.
What's your name?
Less coffee for that.
Bad idea.
Jim Blue.
His name is Jim.
Jimba
Yes.
Do you know where we're going? Do you know where we're headed?
I'm assuming Hobbs Grove since I was asked if I could get you guys in there. Be really
Oh, okay.
weird.
I
If you
wasn't
weren't
sure if you had been told that already.
I was asked how I could be useful, and being sneaky and good at seeing stuff and good at hunting was not useful enough.
Traveling with us may be safer for you in some ways and more dangerous in other ways. We
As long as I
have a
don't die
tendency
anymore, I'm
to...
happy.
Go ahead.
As long as I don't die anymore, I'll be happy.
What do you mean by anymore?
Not again?
I'm going to speak under my breath, and I will take out a corn kernel from my pocket, a dried corn kernel, and I'll crush it in my hand. And then I will dust in front of my eyes the dust from the corn kernel and cast Detect Magic. Focusing on this unique gobbling individual.
You don't see any lingering magic or anything magical on him.
Okay. And he himself is not a creature of magic.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know how else to explain any more to you, sir.
I once met someone who was caught in a chronal loop. He was dying over and over and over and over and over. So I wanted to make sure that wasn't the problem you were having.
What's chronal?
He was replaying the same day.
That sounds
Over and
horrible.
over. Yes, it was for him.
That's terrible. What can I do to help?
I have no issue with this. Are you able to help break down camp?
Yes.
Oh, no. I have an issue.
And
I have
he-
to come back to life.
And he leans his face against the dome again. And starts breathing into it.
And I snap the dome off.
He stands up, dusts himself off, and goes and starts pulling stuff apart. Rather quickly and rather effectively.
Oh, see, he's useful there too.
Helping him.
He doesn't speak as he's working on his task. He doesn't talk. He's just pulling tent poles out and rolling up bags, packing people's
No.
stuff in their bags.
I would like to point out the fact that I asked him if he can get us in there without going through the front gate, but that's not set in stone. If we don't want to go, we don't want to take him, we don't want to follow him, whatever, we can all make that decision. I was just trying to assess whether or not he was a threat.
He is a threat. He came back to life and we don't know how.
How did you come back to life?
I woke up.
Not a good answer.
I don't know. People beat me up. Everything went black. I died. And then I woke back up.
I'm gonna use primal
Are
awareness.
you sure you were dead?
I think that's what it's called. They hit me really hard until I stopped being awake.
Well, that could just be unconscious.
I don't sense
I'm not
any
sure that he
here.
fully grasped the concept of death.
That's what it is when they like hit you and stab you and you bleed and your eyes close and you can't see anything and you're not there for a bit, right?
I think.
And then like I wake up a day later and I'm not okay but okay-ish.
I think you were just knocked unconscious.
Aaron, this is when you talk about whether or not.
Which
you
one's
saw
that?
God.
That's when you sleep for a while.
That's cool.
Sorry, I was reading.
What race are you?
Dragonborn.
Oh, okay.
You are soulish.
Can you stop trying to murder my child, please?
I'm thinking maybe he just regenerates.
I want to cast detect magic on him.
If it landed on him, it would have been a shattered foam.
So I just did, Modian. I don't know if I didn't want you to have to use a spell slot unless you were looking for something specific.
Okay, I'm filling up.
He has no magical aura of any kind, no spells on him of any kind, and has no magic ingrained in him at all.
Okay.
Yeah, but was he surgically spliced
You're
with him?
understanding, but I'm not sure how to trust you yet.
I'm gonna take a few for myself and pray to my goddess.
Okay.
13.
And ask her if she knows anything about the strange new creature we've met.
At this point, I wish I was chaotic neutral because I would kill him and see if he comes back.
But if he doesn't,
I'm not sure if I'm okay with that experiment.
Roll a religion, Modian.
Well, it'll give us the answer we're looking for.
Do I notice that he looks skinny?
Medicine.
an old time religion. 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
Texting you.
Well, I mean, I'm not afraid of him, so
I guess we can join the goblin too.
Okay.
I don't really care if he helps us. I'd rather not see somebody else beat him to death, though.
Unless it's you.
Well, no, I wasn't going to beat him to death. I'd kill him quickly, but... What?
Yes, she is.
Well, you know, I mean...
Still stay near the group, but look for edible berries.
I'm not staying near the group.
Okay.
11.
11.
It's the only thing I can think of, you know, to test this theory.
Off health wise, you can't really put a finger on it though.
I'm gonna usher him over to the fire and give him like a big, like your leg.
As you try to usher him, he's like, busy, I've got to be useful. I get to go if I get to be useful. And he's running around trying to.
Nope. I tell him first you eat.
I got to be useful first. And he's
eat.
He's pointing between you and Anon, but
No. He's right. You need to eat. Right now, you can be the most useful by eating.
And he plops down and just tears into the deer leg. Like again,
I just kind of like pat his head.
Like ravenous hunger. Just what, Mike?
I want to check my snares. See if they got anything.
2 of them trigger. 2 of them have rabbits in them. 2 of them didn't trigger. Oh, sorry, no. One of them triggered nothing in it. One of them didn't trigger.
Fair point, Landor. Fair point. Make sure he gets food in him.
And he's just.
I see how ravenous he is.
Yeah, he starts to slow down about 3/4 of the way through. But he's still just tearing into it.
I cook him a little bit more. Like slow down before you hurt yourself. Small bites.
I rolled a 15 to skin him.
There you go.
Easy enough.
To keep the furs.
Easy enough. Yeah, it's easy enough to skin them. You keep the furs intact-ish.
And then I bring over 2 hairs.
Dude. Sorry, never mind.
What is it?
After I read my goddess.
Fail.
Was that the fuzzy, not fuzzy, bubbly drink?
Yes.
Can I have more?
Yes.
Huh? What are artisan tools?
Those are like
knitting needles, fucking craft stuff.
Those are whatever profession. So like
Yeah.
blacksmithing.
It's a pick a profession, and that's what they're for.
Yeah.
He pulls out the cup that you guys had given him earlier and takes some more and sips on it.
Yeah.
And sits there for about 10 minutes eating and drinking before you. Can I get back to work now?
Are you full?
You think so?
Do you still feel hungry?
A little bit.
Then keep eating.
So he goes back to eating his turkey. His deer leg.
When you're done with that leg, then you can go back to work.
You don't commonly say, I'm going to eat a deer leg. It's usually turkey or chicken. So.
Can I reflavor javelins as the thing we discussed? I already have.
So he eats again and then finishes the food that you give him, and he goes back to helping tear down camps.
I'm gonna come back over to the group after I pray. I've spoken with my goddess, and she says that he seems to be fine. other than what we've noticed. He seems to be a little slow. He doesn't sense any danger about him.
Good to know. Thanks for asking.
Well, as Walter's, the great leader, always says, you don't always trust the strangers you meet in the night, but you must treat them with kindness, and your gods or goddess will follow them, and they will lead you to the right path.
How much does that cost?
Much
Right.
better experience is kill first and ask questions later, because it's really hard to ask those questions then.
And then damage is just plus
What's that, Michael?
I said it's a lot, much better theory than kill first and ask questions later. It's kind of hard to ask questions then.
Yes, I met some people in my travels that feel that way.
for both.
Not very good people to hang out with.
For to hit and damage.
You tend to keep me busy.
Oh, never.
Yep, you go around and find some berries.
Like given berries that I find the the goblin halfling thing.
Can I
Given
double check
berries.
them?
Yes. Survival as well.
Hey, that might be.
Survival. I know I passed it, but I just need the exact number.
I was hoping you were failing it. They all look poisoned.
29.
Yeah, they all look good.
Okay. Are you know what you're picking when you pick berries, right? Alright.
I'm full. Can I keep them for later? He tucks his shirt into his pants and then goes like this and dumps the berries in his shirt.
Smart.
And goes back to pulling down the camp.
I'll help
You
him.
can see it later on. It's hit in the belly, it's like all of you.
He panics. Oh, food!
That's okay. I'm sorry if I freaked out.
All right, so yeah, he runs through clearing camp as you guys are finishing your breakfasts.
I'll help him once I'm finished.
And he stacks everything up in a nice little pile. And then he just stands at the pile waiting to be told what to do.
Are we ready to head out?
Please,
Alright.
let's go.
It's this forest area. I'm gonna take the lead.
You do that. I'm going to stay right here in the middle.
Where do you want me? Not you. You don't like me. What do you want me?
Towards the middle.
Okay.
I'm not sure what your abilities are yet.
He walks up to Eamon. Amon.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you carry this, and I'll hand him a small book?
Yes. And
Awesome.
he holds it.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
And he walks with your book.
Yeah, I don't know if they could see that. It was like half of
It was
the
unpleasant. He walks holding the book.
Okay.
Just out of general curiosity, what book did you give him?
So I gave him it is a quick history of the 9 realms, but I've read it so many times, and I figure treating him the same as a toddler might help everyone.
Yep. Here, bud, hold this thing for me. Thanks.
Yeah.
You're a super helper.
You're a super guy. And then
Yeah.
every once in a while, I'll make sure that I or Landor are checking in to make sure he's drinking water or eating or whatever.
It does take reminding throughout the day for him to take drinks of water, as he's very task focused.
He's not getting water.
You notice probably about 3/4 of the way through the day, though, that Landor has been giving him water from a casket instead of a water skin.
I'm no judge.
Okay. Just making sure you're aware.
Yep.
I'm behind you.
I think I'm starting to run low anymore.
I'm saying behind, so I keep an eye on Jim.
As the day goes on, Jim's gait starts to be a little staggered and windy.
And that about then is when I'll make sure he switches over to the water skin.
All right. I like the bubbly water. It makes me feel good.
Oh Lord.
Has he just been like
First you
peeing
give
a
the guy
trail
caffeine.
also?
Now you give him. Is there something wrong with you?
What?
Caffeine. Then I'm guessing you got alcohol.
Oh
in
shit.
it?
It's nectar.
I liked the hot drink this morning.
Language. Your baby is right there.
Your mom's cussing at our child. Oh, wait, that's my job.
Uh-huh. No, if because my con came up after I didn't hit points. My modifier came up by 1.
So add 5 to your hit points.
Yay, 55.
All right. So yeah, you guys travel. He's in the middle, holding on to the book, and every once in a while taking drinks when he's told to.
I think I just need a name.
You pass. This day, you pass You pass about 4 different merchant bands. Every time Jim sees someone approaching, he kind of slinks off to the right side of the path as much as he can while staying in the middle. And a hood goes up and over his face, and head goes down.
No, it's privacy. I'm like,
I'm beginning to feel sorry for him at that point.
Be right back.
And the usual side eye from the merchants as this traveling band of adventurers passes through.
you happen to have any ale for sale?
Try to look.
East.
The first one's the only one that says they have ale for sale. The keg, luckily, is a group of dwarf travelers. I can't fucking talk.
Merchants.
Thank you. Caravan of dwarf merchants, and they've got a typical wagon full of stuff, and then they've got a giant like gypsy-looking thing, like the big giant barrel. And as you ask the dwarf that you're talking to, just starts laughing his ass off. Sure as fuck hope so, and taps the giant barrel.
On the chalkboard, I have it written, I'm mute. I speak through mind.
Oh, that's what that's for.
Yeah. He looks at it, reads it. Fucking adventures. Hi.
Hello? And it sounds like I'm speaking to him Dwarvish.
Oh, fuck. Fucking adventures. How can I help you guys?
I need ale.
Come to the right place.
How much can I buy off of you?
How much do you want?
I need to refill this keg. And I would like at least 2 more.
He takes your keg, hits 8, knocks on a spot in the giant keg, and a little spout pops out from the side and just like boop.
I'm like salivating.
It's like a water spouting, and it fills. He caps your keg, flips it back up, and hands you back your keg. And give me a minute. And he jumps in the back of the first cart, and starts rummaging around. How strong you up the other ones?
As strong as you can, Dwarvish.
So pitches some hair on your chin. And he pulls out one keg.
I'm just like fully amazed by this giant keg. I'm like,
and this one will good chaser that'll hopefully not send your body into shock. And he pulls out another one and sets it down on the ground.
This is a gift of the gods.
50 gold for all 3.
Expensive.
I'm gonna talk mind to mind to the goblin. Well, half goblin. In goblin say, okay, I'm gonna actually help you out a little bit here. I'm gonna turn you invisible so that people can't see you, so you don't have to worry about hiding from them so that they don't try to hurt you.
Are you looking at what you're talking to him?
Yes.
Yeah, you see it just very slow head movements. Like you can tell he's very adept at blending in and not being noticed. So you can see it just.
And then I play a couple little notes and disappears. Just so he feels comfortable and doesn't have to feel like he's hiding. And
so anyone paying attention, Jim disappears.
Cool.
Understood.
Are you willing to trade?
What you got?
I have 2 short swords worth 10 gold each, plus 15 gold coins.
So I lose 25 gold and have to sell 2 swords.
How much should I just do one extra cake instead of 3 instead of the 2 extras?
Is he just a regular vendor type person?
Yeah, it's a it's a caravan of dwarf merchants.
God, dwarves. Okay.
Which one do you want to get rid of? The heavy one or the chaser?
I would prefer the chaser. They'd be get rid of.
Take 10 gold off for that. So 40. I like you. I'll do 35.
I just handle all my gold in the short swords.
15 gold and the 2 short swords?
Yeah.
He picks up the sword. Fine.
Ask him if he's got any books, spell scrolls, or anything of that arcane nature.
Whatever your equipment gives you. In the background usually gives you your gold. I've got some artifacts from home. Only book I have is my family tree.
That is important.
I've got 1 spell scroll.
You know what it is?
Yes. Can I borrow your PHP, Mike?
Yes.
Did you come here through Crossroads?
Crossroads, the city, or the little camp back a ways?
The little camp back a ways.
Yeah, I passed through there.
Did it look like they had a good number of merchants when you were going through?
Yeah, there's always quite a bit.
Okay.
Spell scroll, Hellish Rebuke.
No, I'm good, thank you.
What was that again?
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh.
Just for poops and laughs, how much would you be looking for that?
Yes. 1 sec.
Yes.
It's a good thing to do if we were a warlock.
Yeah, I think it's just Warlock too, but I was checking.
So.
It's just Warlock?
Yeah, it's only warlock. So I said never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
75.
I was in my
Okay.
I'm in my big book of spells. I was checking.
I'm pretty sure you can still use it. You just have to roll to try and cast it.
What?
That spell outside of your spell.
I'm.
Which one you can?
No, because.
Or am I thinking of one or Pathfinder?
You're thinking about Pathfinder on that one. Because if your inclination is not leaning towards that direction, the spell just fails because you don't have the background or the inclination or the power to actually cast the spell, I think. Could be wrong. But
knowledge.
Okay,
well, it's
yeah.
not so much knowledge because the knowledge is in front of you. But,
Or like with warlock.
or it could be written in the wrong language.
Or like with warlocks, you need a patron to cast certain spells for attacks.
Well, no, you have to have a patron to cast any spell. As a warlock. Otherwise, you don't have power.
Well, thank you very much. I think we're good. I don't think we'll hold you up any longer.
Have a great day, friends. Safe travels.
You too.
Have you seen any dangers on the road from Dunbargon?
There were werewolves further up.
Okay.
Wait, what was the spell?
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't actually cast that one. I don't think.
Yeah, the only one that could possibly cast it are Arcane Tricksters, but that's at level 13.
So that's it. Just wolves down the road a ways.
Yeah, that's all we've seen. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I will back up in the cart and take off.
Thank you.
Where are bucklers? Because they're not showing up with
Where
your
what?
armors. Bucklers are not in with the
It would
armor.
be in
Shield.
there. It's not a standard thing. It's theirs. There's only shields and Ivy.
There's in the Tomb of Heroes one.
There's also
There's
nice.
So I need to take it off.
So you can use one. It's just not giving me the book you're looking at. Hopefully, just a +1 AC. Or mine.
That puts me at 18 without any armor.
Mine's probably 14.
I have really high con.
I have +2 con. What's your con?
+5. So actually, my AC needs to go higher.
Five.
Yeah. It was 18, and then I used my 2 that you let me move to bring it to 20. I need to bring my AC up higher actually because that went up.
Alright, so you guys travel. It's a quiet day. Luckily, it's a pretty well-traveled road, so there's not a lot of critters on it. Just travelers. But you notice the further you go, the more sparse the travelers seem to be getting. And after about 5 hours, you're out of the forest already. And the terrain starting to get a little more mountainous.
Ooh.
I don't have my gem. I use it to buy buckler. I said I don't have my gem. I use it to buy buckler. Buckler cost 10 gold. I had to give up my 10 gold, my 10 GP gem that came with my background to pay for it.
Alright. How long did your invisibility last?
1 hour only.
1 hour. Okay. So after you guys are about 40 minutes away from the merchant, Jim reappears.
But seeing as there's not that many travelers anymore, it's not so much of an awkwardness for
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Michael, is your character done?
Hmm?
Do you have a character sheet for me?
When he disappeared and then reappeared, I was just looking back at where he was and then where he reappeared, just like confused.
I need to get approval on my flaw. I slightly altered.
Hey, Milo.
That's you.
I was wondering, and it's going to be a strange request, but I'm not sure how much of your lineage is vampiric. But could I trim off a little bit of your hair?
Did he just say that out loud?
Yep.
What the?
Wait, just to rewind. Is that something we know?
he's not said it specifically, but it's pretty
I think I've
fucking
done.
obvious.
I think I've bitten someone in battle before.
Yeah.
I've bitten people in battle.
He's never actually said what he is, but he's not exactly hidden it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I still would have asked. But I did kind of speed up to catch up next to you. I'm not like yelling across the group.
Yeah.
Can I trim like maybe an inch off of your hair? I want to experiment with some of my spells using it as a one of my spells requires something like that, and I'm not sure if your hair would work.
Just nods.
Was that a nod? Okay. So when we stop for camp, I really appreciate it. And then we'll continue moving, continue walking.
Yep.
I like how Lainey puts her hand up, but she's still right next to the mic.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know what the mic is. God damn it.
The camera and the mic that's
My
on the table.
fucking camera. Yeah, Bodhi inspired my bullshit too.
I don't blame him. All right, so as the sun begins setting, the last why? Why are you going through my fucking cupboard? I'm white. Leave me alone. I'm white. Leave me alone. I've got ketchup.
I've never seen that tiny kid.
Put it back on my fucking table,
You don't fucking shop at Smart Final.
I was about to say that's a smart final. All the time.
Towards the end of the night, as the sun begins setting, coming down the road, you guys see a dragonborn and a half elf.
Okay, I think they're a little more dangerous looking than this guy is.
Dragonborn's fairly fairly armored. The barbarian's just got a sling of javelins on her back. Or sorry, the half elf. just has a sling of javelins on her back.
Getting very.
And
uneasy
as
feeling about
these
this
two
one.
kind of come into sight, once again, Jim slinks off to the side and pulls his head down close again. You two were headed to Dunmorgon to look
What
for
time of the day?
Adventurers Guild. Late.
Late
Sun setting.
Jim,
I'm gonna cast invisibility again
Okay.
and let him know in his head. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
What's up and on?
I was gonna talk to him to essentially say the same. You're good.
As you start to talk to him, he
Blink. Yeah.
What color dragonborn?
Michael.
I believe I am a silver, maybe it's either silver or blue. I can't remember which one I picked.
Well, tell him what your weapon, your breath weapon is, or the breath one.
There are
What's your breath
multiple,
color?
there are multiple colors with
So what
a
is it?
certain
Cold?
with one breath weapon.
It's silver.
Silver.
I think blue is electric.
Yeah,
Yes.
blue is
That's why I was saying that.
But what he's saying is some colors overlap. There's a line.
Silver. Yeah, silver actually has two.
Does it?
The metallic has two. All of the metallics.
They do?
Two that you can choose from, or
One that you can
It's from the Fizzban's Treasury of Dragons.
choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read that book fully.
No, it's either.
Yeah.
I think one is like a silver.
Sorry.
One is like a silver, and then one's like a variant silver. It's called
Yeah, but
something
but
different.
you
Since
get-
you're the one casting on him,
You get a
Mike,
choice of.
Either lightning
Mike.
or.
when you did it the first time, and again this time, when you cast invisibility on him, you feel a tug on your shirt, tunic, whatever, and just a steady hold on it. Not enough to where it pulls out because that would give him away, but you can just feel there's
Correct.
more weight on it.
So
No.
I think you want to get separated.
He's holding on to
figured-
your belt loop.
Oh, he thinks that because he's invisible, he'll get left behind.
Yeah, because he doesn't know exactly how it works, but he knows now the people that he's traveling with can't see him. So he's afraid that you guys are going to ditch him.
the Dragonborn and the Halfling, are they heading towards us, or wait, or like, are we catching up to them?
Or Wood Elf. Sorry, yeah. Well, I said half elf, I think. Wood Elf and Dragonborn are headed towards you.
Towards us. Okay. Well met. Good
Maybe
evening.
My little invisible buddy.
I don't know what that means.
That's fine. We'll get there. If you guys want to describe what you look like too, or we'll get there in a minute actually. One of them pets their hand up, says evening.
When we get close enough to them, I just kind of nod to them, nod gesture to them.
I speak in her mind. Hello, fellow traveler.
Hello. I don't know who said that, so I'm just like, hi.
The Dragonborn
Voice.
says hello.
I just lift up the chalkboard on my chest.
Are you guys coming from the crossroads, the small merchant town?
Look at the direction you guys came from.
The direction we came from, yes.
Were you able to find what you needed there?
You didn't stop. You were headed to Dumbledore, like I said.
I'm not sure why you keep looking over your shoulder. Is something chasing you?
It's one of her voices. It's okay. I thought you'd be used to that.
They'll
Is that in game? Well, it is what's in game. I was just, you've got someone tag along and it's already scared. That's why I was asking if yours was in character, but his wasn't, so
Well,
yours
his
obviously
wasn't,
wasn't.
so mine wasn't.
It took a second for that to click.
we're just on our way to Dunmorgon, so we didn't really stop.
You're on your way to Dunmorgon. Well, the road has been pretty safe so far. We ran into some dire wolves a couple days back, but they attacked at night and off the road. So if you stay on the road, you should be fine.
Okay.
We're heading to Hobbs Grove.
Have we heard anything from that?
You guys came up from the south. So you guys came up from
We're heading to Dunmorgon to look for a guild.
to get work to do, make monies, for whatever reason your characters would have for doing so.
So, where are you guys
came up
headed
from
there?
Wolf Keep through
You're
Dust Rock.
poor and your parents kicked you out of the house because they're done feeding you.
His character, not him.
Actually, funny enough.
Michael needs to go cry for 5 minutes.
Why are you headed to Dunmorgon?
I just figured you'd be able to get
To
your
find a guild and work.
It's actually pretty close.
Which guild? There are several.
There is.
We're
Order of the Rock.
just order the
Order of
Rock.
the
One
Rock?
of the guilds, several different types of guilds.
We're
Oh.
actually The Rock.
That's interesting. We actually are from the Guild of the Rock.
That's not suspicious at all.
No, I mean,
I'm laughing every time I make a sound.
In your head, you are 100%. It is completely suspicious.
So do all voices just like regular voices have different feel in your brain, right?
Yes.
Well, I felt that you
Are
hear a
you-
different voice.
You can tell it's a different voice,
Yeah.
right?
I know that's what I'm saying. Is that his?
Are you full elf or half elf?
I'm
What else?
wood
Full
elf.
up. What up?
So I'm speaking to you in elvish.
That's fine. It just I'm just like
Yes, you hear the different voices. You hear a second voice now.
I'm speaking in common.
okay. So I get why he's in there. Why are you in there?
I don't like to draw attention to myself.
You feel
I feel like that
overwhelmingly
draws
concerned.
more attention. Is it like insight? Is that lying?
Except you don't know who it's coming from.
Wow.
And I'm blending into the background, so
Because
I'm
they can make their
unnoticeable
voice sound
unless you're
different.
really paying attention.
So the mental voice would
He
sound
hasn't
like
been
that.
talking to you guys.
He hasn't talked at all.
Mm-mm.
Sorry. Mike's popped off with a lot of things, so my brain is not following on whether he had said stuff. Okay. So,
And again, I'm staying away from her.
I would like to apologize.
okay.
Your brother sets me on into the right tone constantly. So
That's okay though. He's good. He's good people.
I'm not denying it. He just doesn't move because he's my personality.
Nobody told him why he did.
I'm standing
Yeah.
way at the back of the party.
I don't know if he's caught on to that.
I think he just did.
We're actually on a
when-
quest for
when
the
I-
guilds to go and deal with the undead threat out at Hobbs Grove.
And the giant one's just doing that. No, that's what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
He's not giant. He's 6 foot.
Sorry, 6'1".
Close enough.
The mute, the not mute is doing that at you guys.
Yeah, because that's not suspicious with those teeth. Blah, is he going to say blah, blah, blah next?
I come to suck you. Never mind.
Do you guys have the authority to extend temporary membership? Or whatever that-
I can contact them tomorrow morning and ask how we should proceed. But I would warn you, we have been told that the Hobbs Grove, what we're trying to accomplish there, is very dangerous, and we are not yet sure how much the payment will be, if anything. So if you, what was that?
What spell is that? I'm curious. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but what spell is that? I'm curious. That big of a distance?
Is that out of character or in character?
Out of character.
Sending.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
You believe in magic again?
Yes.
I was,
Thank
yeah,
God.
I was like thinking about
Thank
that earlier. I was
fucking
like,
God.
wait a second. Don't you not believe in magic?
Cast invisibility
You
twice.
killed that character.
I know. That's why I was sitting here like, wait a second. Why are you
Yeah, I
casting
will pay you
invisibility?
back for that character's death.
You got that character. He believes in magic.
I know.
I'm
right?
sorry, I don't think we got your names. What were your names?
Hi, I'm John.
John?
John.
No.
John.
I'm going to say inside your head, no, John. You know the one with the lids on.
John.
Can I have you spell that?
John.
No, that actually spell it.
It's because I can't really understand what you're saying.
Oh, John. Jarn.
That would be why I need you. I was putting John, John.
No, I was hearing jar like what you put a lid on.
That was weird.
Only it. Mike.
Oh, I'm going to put a lid on it.
That's what those real rings are for. You're just gonna stick them all over Mike and just toss them out in the lake.
Elena?
It is good to see another dragon.
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne or Hawthorne?
Hawthorne.
In other words, the author.
Like the thorn in your side that I am.
The author is how I grabbed it.
Yeah. Author. Well, actually, one of my favorite authors.
Same thing your lightning breath thing that you were talking about was in.
I
Yeah,
meant more
by-
like the
by standard, you don't have choices for that.
pilot that dropped off the warthog to you in every Halo game ever.
Well, he's also the person who wrote Scarlet Letter.
What to me?
You know English teacher?
Nathaniel. Okay.
Your name, my
You
friend?
described yourselves. Do we want to describe ourselves?
Yeah, for everyone starting with, just because he's a top Modian, Describe yourself, please.
I have fan art, so I can use that.
You're mute, sir.
I know I was coughing. This time I knew. I am 6'2", about 180 pounds. I'm let me see real quick. Blue eyes. Golden. There's golden skin, blonde hair. Wear a lot of cloaks. And if you don't know, if you know what it is, I'm an asshole.
You're an asshole.
That's me.
Wings or no wings?
No wings.
I think most S.3s don't have the wings out unless they activate their ability.
Well,
I think only in Scourge have wings.
Yeah.
Anon?
Anon is a young guy, young human with almost a perpetual smile. He has kind of thick layers of hair that are pulled back tight in a short top knot on the back of his head. He's wearing obvious traveling clothes. They look very well taken care of and well mended. And he's 5'7", 122 pounds. Kind of bouncy. Like he walks with an optimistic bounce in his step, and lots of books. He's got a lot of different grimoires and stuff hanging from him. That's me.
Elf, gray skin, white hair, ashen grayish blue eyes. My hair is really long. I wear a black cloak with black studded leather on underneath it, and I've got like 4 or 5 swords hanging off me.
Landor?
It looks like this.
That's so much easier.
Yeah.
Very short description. I look like this.
I look like this.
There you go.
Oh, cool.
Gotta love Max Art.
I know.
Alice.
She okay?
Milo?
I'm a Dampier, 6'2", with pale skin, blood red eyes, and silver hair.
Yeah,
with,
not exactly hiding the vampire.
Yeah, no.
But what
With-
race do you look?
with a broadsword on my back.
What race does he look?
Somebody I
You look human.
Were you
elder,
human?
learn to trust. That I will never trust.
You look
Were
human.
you human? Were you an elf? Were you a dwarf?
I was a human beforehand.
So
Okay, so he looks human. Got it.
He would look like a pale
because
human.
Dampiers are the children
Mike.
of vampires and whatever race.
Yeah, most names.
I am human, brown-haired, brown-eyed, no facial scars, completely looks like somebody you would see on the street everywhere. Brown shirt,
Average Joe.
brown pants, just happens to have a loot on his back, and that's about it
You're a Joe Schmo.
currently.
Looks like somebody disappeared in a crowd.
Landor. Landor Belknap.
Yeah, I got a picture of what I look like too.
Because I'm blending in not by hiding, but by blending in.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna go down.
There you go.
I look so normal.
It's
the rest
like
of
just a
you
little
guys
bit behind, yeah.
It's
Do you have a helmet?
Make me disappear.
Yeah, so the helmet is supposed to represent the horns, and then around my feet is a bunch of rats because my faith is the god rat.
That makes so much sense for you.
It's a lot of that. Actually, funny enough, it's a whole nother story from a whole nother campaign Steven's also running.
Gotcha.
The god rat.
The god rat.
Yeah.
My Thursday players made their own deity through a lot of bullshit.
I tried to get a pet. They killed my pet. Everybody prayed to said pet when it died, and somehow became a deity.
Some great fucking religion rules.
actually, technically speaking, that's how most gods actually come into being, is they gain power through faith.
Yeah. He had an entire party of adventurers praying for it, and it started to glow and disappeared.
And the only way I could transfer it from that game to this game is to have a character meet that character and get the religion and then travel to join the guild.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
How about you, Lenny?
Which look like?
Sorry. Sorry. What elf? About 5'7". Tan skin, dark auburn hair, so it's like reddish. I've got animal skins for clothes. On my back, I've got 4 javelins. Now that we're kind of like talking, my cloak is kind of off to its side, and I have a great axe and 2 hand axes.
Good lord. Arsenal.
That's my last name, but shh. It's a mouthful, so we just go with Hawthorne.
Hawthorne Arsenal. So Thornax.
Ha.
All right.
Ha ha.
So what you guys doing?
Oh, you guys want to travel with us?
We can.
I mean, might as well.
We seek honor.
I'm gonna take 3 steps away from him.
The tug follows. As he gets loud, the tug starts pulling you away.
Oh, I'll follow the tug because I agree.
Then Mike, what was your character's name?
His name is Amon, but again, I know.
I was like, wait a second.
Amen. Excuse me, amen. Like
Amen.
saying
amen.
Prayer. Because I was praying when I made this character.
All right, so you guys begin traveling again. Continue traveling.
Yeah.
After about, it took about 20 minutes there. So after about 40 minutes, you guys see, where do you guys fall in the line at in the march? You two.
I want to keep an eye on the group, just like
So
from the
back,
side,
front.
like side back.
Side back. So you see, as you guys are traveling, a pop of a cloaked figure appear directly behind him.
Cloaked?
Cloaked. Hood up, dark cloak, about 4 foot tall. Just
And
appear in the space
almost
behind.
as soon as he does, I'm gonna hand him a piece of like the smoked deer.
And he starts nibbling on it.
Does he look harmless?
You can't see him. You're in front. That's why I was asking where you guys fall in the line at.
So, I turn to you.
Anon? Daniel?
Oh, I thought you were pointing at Eamon.
No, he was asking Mike what your name was, what your actual name was. He's writing names down next to character names.
It's right here.
Aaron.
Yeah. No, he was asking your real name.
Oh,
Because he's writing your name down next to your character's name, so he has it.
Pike. Since we have a Daniel.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's Daniel, Mike, Aaron.
Oh.
Because my friend Psycho that plays from Hawaii, his name is Aaron. My dad's name is Aaron. And then it's Mike and Michael.
The one on the left bottom is my brother.
Steven's trying to build an
So
arc.
you need to put
Yep.
citation for which
So I'm gonna
game.
kick Toby out of the game so I can bring my other friend Josh into the game. So we'll have 2 Joshes as well. I don't know another Toby. That's the only reason you can kick out.
I think our Josh really needs to make sure that Toby stays in the game.
So he doesn't get replaced.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you were saying as the thing appeared.
We're talking to Eamon.
He obviously, Enan obviously knew that it was there, but he didn't react. So I'm like, he seems to know that this is there, but there's a thing behind you.
It's not a thing. It's a living human. What the hell?
It's not a human.
I'm sorry. Living being.
Laney?
Living humanoid.
Hawthorne.
Good job. Hawthorne.
It's a living humanoid. What the hell's wrong with you?
No, it's just
As
came out
she's
of
drawing
nowhere.
attention to him, he's moving and like trying to shift in front of you.
I'm going to protect him because at this point, he's
Not-
kind of like shown I can trust him just a little bit, and I feel really sorry for his life and trying to protect him.
Well, he's cloaked. I can't see what he looks like.
I'm aware.
So I'm just saying that I didn't know that you knew he was there. I just randomly saw a cloaked figure appear behind you.
That's because my invisibility spell rolled off. He's
That's
uncomfortable.
fine. But being hidden in the cloak, he could have been in it. So
Understandable. I can understand the caution.
Fine with him, just letting you know.
You do hear this conversation though.
I don't think you had any choice in being fine with him, but okay.
I'm hearing all this happening.
Yeah, you hear the conversation. So if you turn around, you see this now standing in front of him, cloaked figure walking with him.
Does he look pretty harmless?
He's not holding a weapon that you can see. He just looks more mysterious because it's cloaked, head down, and just sticking real close to Eamon.
Does he look like huddled next to him? Like he's definitely like hiding from everybody except for one person.
He looks like he's trying to not
More
be
submissive.
seen. Not submissive, afraid.
Yeah, like
It's like he's trying to not be seen.
He has like a cowardice appearance to him.
Yeah,
but that's not.
You can tell he's trying to not be seen.
Yeah,
he's doing his best to not be seen.
Which oddly enough makes him stand out.
Yeah, so he's just doing the best he can.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of look at him, acknowledge him, be like, "All right, you're a thing. I need to protect him," and move on.
He didn't like that.
Nods and
I am going to talk to the goblin in his head, in Goblin's head. You know, the more you act like you belong, the less you stand out, the more you blend in.
But
Toby, can you turn on that light and check if the
Right
dog
now,
is
you're
doing?
belong.
You hear a little
Turn on the light
shaking.
and see if the dog is doing.
You hear a little shaking, but I don't belong. And he tries to straighten up the best he can, still head down and start walking normal-ish.
We're going to work on that.
I think she moved the food bowl right next to the door, and that's why it's making this sound.
She's trying to eat out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'll try to get his food before bed. So like as I can kind of see like clearly like, oh, you know, like don't pay attention to him type thing. I kind of like pull a ration out of my bag and just kind of like peripherally and just like
He snatches it as soon as you look away from it.
You want some liquid courage, my friend?
Anon said I need to drink the boring one.
Nonsense.
At least until we stop for the night. Then you're all good.
AC again.
For you, I think it's Dex plus Con plus 10.
Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
this point, the sun has set. It's gotten late. I'm assuming you guys pull off to make camp.
We're in the mountains now, right?
Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
It should be you too.
I thought it was barbarian.
Yeah. Dex
Because
10.
my dex and con together is 5, plus 10 would be 15, but I have 14 armor class.
Then you're bad at math.
Then you did really bad math. Yeah.
So as
Yeah,
you guys
so
start setting up for camp, Jim goes about 15 feet away from the camp and makes a bed out of scrapes away at the ground and try to make a bed and lays down right there.
This is gonna be fun again.
I'm gonna go to sorry, I'm going back and forth between the list of names. To Landor. Do you know if there's a stream or something like that nearby?
What do you need?
I'm thinking we can get Jim possibly a bath, but maybe I can mend some of his clothing while he's taking care of that. I think if we dress him more like us, like better, and treat him better, maybe he'll start to be more confident. You know?
You know that
I can help you with the mending.
down.
Yeah, I know of a stream nearby.
Question sidebar. Just rewording this on Lyman's telling you had 9.
I can help you with the mending, and I have clothes if you want to give him some clothes.
That means it's me plus 9, so total 10.
Yeah, actually, if they're extra.
Yeah, I do have an extra set of clothes.
Are there?
I mean, I'm gonna have to get him a lot smaller.
Well, yeah, we'll have to
Is there anything high up?
Was anybody going to have snow?
I can create water. That's why I was asking.
Who here had
Oh,
the
okay.
skill?
Other than the terrain itself.
Somebody had the skill of artisan tools. Did we choose what kind of artisan tools?
Knitting needles. I can knit him some clothes.
So you're like a seamstress then.
You have tailoring tools.
I'm a leather
You
worker.
would have tailoring tools.
Tailor tools? Okay.
Tailor
leather-
tools?
Why-
Okay,
sure.
so then you can take this suit of clothing and make it to his size.
Yes.
Really swift.
Where the point you guys are at, Sorry, I forgot you guys are as far as I was thinking you were for some reason.
We got a plan.
Right,
We got a plan, Beldroth.
I hand you the clothes.
Very nice, like because you know it runs
And
down.
they're good clothes. They're not like high class clothes, but they're good.
Yeah, they're not peasant clothes. Which
No,
will
they're
help.
not.
Yeah.
And I'm an elf. So
I wear fine clothes, and then I have a normal set of clothes as well.
No, it's traits. Well, and that's the thing. Apparently, it only counts as an 8-hour thing if during that, because people are like, oh, well, I can be on watch because I'm on.
No, you have to have a downtime of at least 4 hours. Where
Because you have to have your dream time or whatever.
Yeah.
It's what the book officially says.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are awake though, so you can break your concentration by sound or whatever you see around you.
Easier than.
So I'm gonna hand Hawthorne the larger set of very nice clothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm listening.
To men to
fix.
Alter.
Alter, thank you.
Alter
to alter, yeah.
Dexterity with proficiency. And you suggest he go take a bath?
If we can find the stream and if it's safe. If
there's a lake nearby.
Okay.
I'll lead you there because I want to do some fishing for dinner.
As you lead him to the lake, his head drops the further out away from the road you get him away from the party. He goes, thank you for letting me travel with you as long as you did. As he goes to the lake.
I think most of us went with him so he wouldn't feel like he was being tossed out.
How many went with? I just heard you and Josh.
I was gonna go.
And An's going.
Okay. He still says it's 3 of you versus the 6 that were left behind, 5 that were left behind. He assumes he's not coming back from this walk or that he's getting left here. So his head drops the further away you walk. Like, thank you for the trial.
Wait.
Good luck.
So he wanted these clothes made into a sack for when he goes into the lake, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna again attempt to set snares for breakfast.
You can't be quiet, can you?
Nope.
His character has been as loud, so he has to.
Bonfire.
I'm gonna say maybe prayers to my God. Ask him to keep an eye out, keep watch over the ones going to the river.
And a 9.
It's easy enough for you to alter him.
I got a 19, guys.
So 14, a 16, a 2, and a 9.
So he sits down on the edge of the lake and just sits there for a second and just looks down.
Go take a bath.
As you speak, oh shit! And he jumps in.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go a little bit further down and I'm gonna try and bowfish.
Roll survival at disadvantage. Disturbing the water, yeah.
That's why I was trying to go a little bit further down.
You have to go quite a ways down to get away from his noise.
I'll go as far as I need
If
to.
you excitedly splash in the water because we didn't ditch him.
If you leave him. If you go as far as you need.
I mean, I'm not leaving him alone.
There are other people watching him.
It's yourself that they're upset with or disagreeing with. Yeah.
I'd also like to get the clothes he's wearing.
Yeah, they're after he sits there for a minute and gets talked to in his head, he realizes you guys are there and he starts behaving like he was told to do because he realizes that he's not getting ditched.
All right, so I'm gonna wash them and magic mend them so that he'll have a spare set.
Okay.
I'm gonna go as far as I need to go.
I'm sure he's gonna want to keep his cloak, so we want to make sure that's probably the best.
Make sure that's good point. Good point. Mend everything. Mend all the things.
Yep.
Right. So he's in there for about 20 minutes and then gets out and looks for his clothes that I'm assuming you put back for him.
Yep. Prestidigitation, cleaned and dried.
He thanks you profusely and puts them back on.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Is Landor still gonna be fishing?
Are you staying in fishing for a while?
How many did I get?
You got 2 at this point. By the time he gets out of the pond, you got 2.
I'm gonna keep fishing until I have at least enough for at least 1 or 2 for everyone.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna stay and fish for a bit.
So thank you very much, Landor. And we're gonna head back, and I'll head back towards where we're setting up camp.
You're about 30 minutes away from camp. So you guys head back to camp.
And
I'll
he
stay
takes.
behind just in case.
You get back to camp, and he takes his spot about 15 feet away from the campfire.
That's what his smart ass comment about me being loud was. Is I was
What?
taking the can
Yeah.
to go back in your
Yes, he did.
Oh,
So
Mike's going to Mike's house.
I'm gonna take the cloak I almost never wear,
Uh,
and I'm gonna lay it down next to my bedroll, and then I'm going to walk over to him, kind of nudge him up, and point at that.
Father said I don't get to sleep next to people.
No,
Yeah,
no.
but
Come over here and sleep next to me.
But I'm not allowed to.
Is your father here?
No, but he said that people don't want monsters sleeping near them.
Wait a second.
That sounds like your father's got some issues.
He
They're not your issues.
slowly stands up, grabs his little pack of stuff, and makes his way over to where he was told to lay down.
Because I need everybody.
He was trying to stay out of the dome to stay out of the way.
Nope. In the dome. Staying in the dome. And then I cast Leoman's tiny hut, assuming everybody is in the dome.
Nope.
No, we're still fishing.
Okay, so I guess I'm waiting.
He curls up and falls asleep
You
quickly.
went and did like one last look around.
You know, for the two of you that were next to and talking to him, you notice his skin doesn't look nearly as dry and pulled. He seems to be better fed and hydrated at this point. Still far from healthy, but not nearly as bad as he was.
so
How bad is it?
He's not damaged. It's just he's malnourished.
I'll take one of the.
Unfortunately, do anything.
No, he's not. Mechanically, he's not hurt.
Okay.
He's just not been eating or drinking.
He's been living a rough life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a small sack that
feed him
from one of the bags of holding, and I'll once Hawthorne's done with the clothing, I'll fold them very neatly. I'll put them in the sack, and I'll leave them by his sleeping form.
All right.
Because now he'll have the clothes he was wearing, but he'll also have a really nice set sewn together and donated by Beldroth.
Yep. So it takes you probably an hour or two to get enough fish to feed everyone, and at this point, it's very late.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have them all sliced along the belly, gutted, cleaned out.
So
I just have them all like stuff like shish kebabs under my arrows, right? So I can hold them better.
after about 2.5 hours after Jim and I get back, the other two show up with a fuck ton of fish.
And now that everybody's
20
back
fish.
here, let's create some safety.
Yep.
10 minutes later.
The dome springs up, and at this point, it's now probably pushing 12:30.
The time now?
Or no, sorry, about 10:30.
Yeah.
Pushing on 10:30.
I'm gonna use Baldroth's help and start scaling all the fish or sticking them on pikes and over the fire.
So wisdom at advantage with him helping you.
Four. Oh no, advantage.
Hey,
Oh, thank God.
that's better.
19.
Imagine you get a 1 and a 2.
Can't cook the fish.
So you guys prepare the fish to cook.
Instantly charred.
Wasted 3 hours. Cook some raw.
Who's taking watches?
I eat them raw.
I take the last one.
Actually, we'll figure that out next week because I'm going to forget by then. So we're going to call it here because it's 11:52.
Yeah.
It's not. We're not going to get past you guys taking watches anyway. So
That's gonna be.
That's
So we start.
Take the watch.
We start to eat and call it.
yeah, as dinner is prepared, we'll call it there. You guys made a friend. You guys made 3 friends today.
I don't know about these two.
You made
the little
a-
one I accept.
You made a friend and 2 weirdos today.
I mean, I'm still having trouble trusting some of these other guys, but this little innocent one, unless it's an act.
They're having trouble trusting
The little goblin left.
No one's gonna trust
Oh no,
me
no,
now,
no!
but
I just don't trust you. Period. There's no maybe later on down the road.
It's the PC problem, not the character.
Yeah. My character has a huge problem.
With vampires?
With
Yes.
Toby.
Oh.
Well, that and Toby. I mean, I am a father of 2 daughters, and you are a boy.
I have vampiric ancestry.
You're
Which
half
apparently
vampire.
my wife just told me that they're interested in
Thank you very much for running.
loaded.
It was fun. We're gonna do information right now. I'm just taking some notes real quick.
No, I know. I just really appreciate it.
It was fun. Thank you for being here and not being chaos mongers tonight, and not murdering my little goblin friends.
Let me just see.
Dan started that off on
Let me just see. how
I
good
thought
my-
about it.
Let's see how good my
It's not that fun.
The tools can be for knitting. It's just the artisans' tools.
Okay, fine. So would I change that to crafting?
You can do it. It's fine. You can have knitting be your main thing. It's just you have the ability to do other stuff.
They're both right there.
Your main focus.
Yeah.
Your main focus is knitting. You like knitting more than anything else. You know how to do everything else.
So,
I like that.
like, if I was
I like
able
the
to focus on one of my crafts, but still have the ability to do
Yes.
it. Okay. Except that.
You focus knitting, but you can do it all. All that comes with the tailoring part.
Okay, so that flaw makes sense for that one thing.
Like a 15 able to labor, a 15 con able to labor for like 12 hours for most days.
Yeah. Pathfinder really spells
many
out
inspiration
but
can we
it's,
get in
it's
one
more
day?
intense. It's a lot more.
Okay.
I'm loving my Pathfinder too.
All right. We're gonna start with inspiration. Where's my book at?
Do we have a cap?
7.
Total.
Okay. I'm tired. There's no inspiration in me.
Not anymore. You already used it all.
I idolize a particular hero of my faith, Walrus, and I constantly refer to that person's deeds and examples.
Yep.
Faith, I trust the deity will guide my actions. I have faith that if I work hard, things go well.
Yep.
God bless you in the ass.
Yeah.
Second, hit the wrong button. Everything I do is for the common people. I mean, not really today.
No.
And I'm suspicious of strangers and expect the worst of them.
Yes. You did play that.
That's it.
I'm used to helping out those who need,
Yes.
who aren't as smart as I am, and particularly I am patiently going to explain everything in every detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's nothing like a good mystery, but we haven't had nothing like that yet.
Coffee. As soon as
It's more of a learning experience for me.
Yeah.
The goal
Yeah.
of life is to study, is the betterment of oneself.
Yes.
So that's that one. And then I sold my soul for knowledge. I hope to do so by great deeds to win it back. I didn't see that one.
No.
And I can't keep a secret to save my life or anyone else's.
I don't remember that one this game either.
Nope.
Woo!
Hi. All right. I am positive and optimistic even in the face of impossible odds.
Yes.
I didn't know both of us.
I believe that words and conversation can stop most conflicts. I don't think we did anything like that today.
No, there wasn't a real conflict.
Community, we need to take care of each other because no one else is going to do it.
Yeah.
Say that again?
We need to take care of each other because no one else is going to do it.
I think that played in, but the previous one I think played in as well because you kind of jumped in and tried to placate when I started having issues with people.
And with the goblin when he first came in, he was a big deciding factor.
So I think that probably played in on that second one. I think.
Okay.
He probably gets both of those.
I risked too much to discover lost knowledge. We haven't touched that at all. So
yeah,
that's good. I'm good. Thank you.
Sorry, with Josh. Yeah.
I place no stock in wealthy or well-mannered folk. Money and manners won't save you from a hungry owlbear.
Don't think so.
No.
I watch over my friends as if they were a litter of newborn pups.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Constantly cooking for them.
Even though you suck at it.
He's the den mother.
And making sure that people were fed. Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of the ones leading the charge on taking care of him.
Yeah.
I love my stupid NPCs.
It is each person's responsibility to make the most happiness for the whole tribe.
I think there was a double dipping on that one this time.
Yeah.
I am the last of my tribe, and it's up to me to ensure my name enters legends.
No,
I haven't done anything like legendary yet. And I am too enamored of ale, wine, or other intoxicants.
Yes.
Yes.
That's two.
I've been isolated for so long, I rarely speak, preferring gestures and the occasional grunt.
That one's an easy one.
Yep.
My gifts are meant to be shared with all, not used for my own benefit.
Didn't see that.
Didn't see it unless you saw it.
No, not really. Nothing is more important than my party.
Didn't see that either.
No. Like keeping secrets and won't share them with anyone.
I didn't know of any secrets.
Yeah, hard to say if you don't talk.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just really good at it. That's why he's not talking.
Maybe.
I know, right?
Just put up there.
It seems these are supposed to be role
All
playing
of my
things.
thoughts are
Thank you.
secrets.
Well, to be fair,
Not if I read
we'll
them.
play one thing, one sentence, and that's it.
We need to know his is.
I do have detect thoughts.
Mike.
I
Do you want me to read
take
it, Mike?
effort to always blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never admit to my mistakes.
I don't think there was
I
any
was
for you to
going to, but nobody called me on my shit, so I wasn't able to play on it. Always seek to help the helpless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of underground network that always seeks to free the innocent. That didn't come into play, freeing.
Yeah.
My sarcasm is often sharp,
I think so this time.
and
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah. You
He
saw
was
one?
sarcastic as all hell
Yeah.
a couple
I
times.
thought so. Yeah.
Okay, I must have missed it.
I have trouble trusting strangers. So
I tried to keep it straight because he talks shit in and out of game. I lose track of which is which.
That's right.
He definitely does.
And what the last one was, you have a hard time trusting strangers?
yeah.
Yeah, that's definite. Yeah.
You reading yours or are you just not?
I got one line for one sentence. It's an ideal. It's I seek glory and honor for
Yep.
my father's guard, and the only thing I yelled out was
Yep.
do it for honor.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was it. That's all I got. So
Which made me trust you even less.
only line that came out of my mouth for honor. Let's move on.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
I believe anything worth doing is worth doing right. Can't help it. I'm a perfectionist. No.
No.
I work hard to be the best there is at my craft. The workshop where I learn my trade is the most important place to me. And once I start knitting, it's hard for me to stop. That one's gonna be fun to play later.
So, yeah, I don't think you
I can see the perfection one.
I could actually see the clothing on if something came up and you just kept knitting as everybody else was doing something.
Well, she also could have gotten perfectionist if she'd role played out the knitting and
Being very-
Well, even the perfectionist, anyways. If I would have done like,
You-
go ahead and give us his clothes. They're done now. No. I'm not. I need to make sure they're. Yeah.
You were
Get over here.
you were only playing for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was only there for 15 minutes. She started
Yeah.
talking when she
Oh
was
no,
there.
it's okay. It's okay. The knitting, my flaw is going to come into play probably during freaking combat, where it's like, hey, if I drop a stitch, I swear to God, I'm gonna stab you. I don't care if you're my friend.
Okay, lost.
So one thing before anyone leaves real quick, I want to remind everyone, especially the three that I got onto in the middle of the session, about outside of game talking and chatting, especially while people are role-playing. You need to try to keep that to a minimum because, as has been pointed out repeatedly, it's really hard for the online people to hear anything when there's a lot of background talking on this end. But that does also go for online people, which is not as big of an issue for you guys, though, but still try to keep talking to a minimum if it's not in game. If talking to someone outside of the session, try to mute yourself. That way it's not distracting everyone else. Because the online is also very overpowering to everything else. So if like, great, like for example, if million has people talking in the background, it's going to be hard for anyone else to hear anyone else talking. So try to remember that and be courteous to all the other players, please. Other than that, thank you everyone for playing. Hope you guys had fun. And I will see you all. Yeah, I'm off next week, so there shouldn't be a reason we cancel game. So see you guys next week.
Thanks again for running, man.
It's
I
kind
don't
of fun.
think that the microphone is super sensitive, so when I'm whispering, I don't think that.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that
comes
it's
through
now
loud.
on the table. But even then, it was behind you
It
always.
was
That's
behind
still an
me,
issue,
yeah.
So it's just we need